Oh my gosh.
Good morning.
Guys, welcome back
Welcome
to
back to the
the
Be
Be
So
So
For
For Real
Real podcast.
podcast. We're trying to get it every time.
We
We are
never get to get
back.
it right.
Oh, guys, Oscar and I haven't seen each other in like a week. So I feel like, but this has been like the most chaotic week for the both of us, I
It
feel
really
like. No,
has.
bitch, like so much has happened. And I feel like I don't know how I'm going to explain it all to you. And I'm excited to hear what you
No,
have to say.
honestly, this past week was crazy. We
Yeah.
have so much to say, so much to bring to the
Hey
table.
guys, to think of that, we were just in New York City like a week and a half ago,
Yeah.
experiencing this whole chaos that we explained on the last podcast, and now we have more chaos from Oscar in Mexico and me literally getting like fucking fucked in an Uber. Literally, you're gonna no bitch,
What the
you're gonna
heck?
literally die. But
No, we
anyways,
haven't said anything to each other because we were like,
no, yeah.
I think
Well,
this
we've
is gonna.
said like the basics
Oh
because we
yeah.
obviously want to like keep each other in. Like Oscar's like, bitch, like I found a man, bitch, this and that, left and right, up and down, and I'm like, it's crazy, but we are here and we are
I
queer.
know.
JKI.
Ah, bitch. You're like, I'm wearing LGBT, and I went to the WeHo in Mexico City.
He did. Guys, Oscar can never escape a fucking rainbow crosswalk anywhere.
No,
Literally,
literally.
whether it's in Connecticut, we found the rainbow.
No,
In
literally.
LA, WeHo. And now he's in Mexico sending me pictures of the fucking LGBTQ plus IA flag on the floor as it should be. But bitch, you can never
That was
escape.
so funny, bitch. I literally was like laughing. I was like, "Ain't no way I just made it to the
In
wheel."
Mexico City, like,
Yeah.
let's be so for real. But bitch, when you were in Mexico City, I feel like you were in like a I don't know, you were just so MIA. I've never seen you so MIA.
No, I think I just needed like a little bit of retreat, you know.
Yeah, I like that.
So I just needed like a little time back, literally focus on myself
Back
for a
to
little
his
bit.
roots. You already know.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, guys, this is so crazy to say, but remember on my live with the Mexico thing?
Oh yeah.
Oscar was on my live. Like, what were you saying? I
I
don't
was
know.
just
Oscar
saying
was
like,
like,
oh, you should come.
oh,
Oh, come to
oh,
Mexico.
no, no, no. It was because somebody joined my live, and every time somebody like this, or somebody to an extent of influencer joins my live and I respond, Oscar loves to like troll me in the comments and be like, bitch, you're so funny, like laughing at me, acting like I'm like nervous or something. So he said that. And I was like, bitch, fucking go to Mexico. But I was saying it because he's literally going to Mexico. Like, he was on his way to Mexico. And then I was like, oh, wait, guys, that is not what it sounded
And then I
like.
kept
But
pushing it forward. I was like, why do you want me to go to
no, he was
Mexico?
like, why do you want me to go back to Mexico? Like, not Mexico. Like, what do you have wrong with Mexico? Like, I fucking love Mexico. Like, let's be so fun. And me, like, overcompensating. Like, I swear my boyfriend's Mexican. Like,
I know, and I
oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
so funny.
Anyways, but
Wait,
we're
before we
back.
get into the podcast, I do need to bring up something.
What?
We are getting better mics, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
This is just something that's like a little temporary for right now.
Yeah, I feel like
Because
it's
I got
good.
a lot of like.
Yeah, I don't know. You
DMs.
always tell me you're like, we got a lot of DMs saying. I'm like, where? I don't have one DM.
No, I literally have like 3 people that told me so far.
Yeah,
Like,
guys,
over
Oscar's like the technician of the podcast because he always tells me that people are like bringing these problems to him, and I'm just like, they
So
say they like it.
So we are working on getting new mics, but as of right
Yeah.
now, these I think are doing pretty.
These
well.
are good, and we like how they're portable because we were able to, literally do it in the car the other day. We were able to do it on the train. It wouldn't be possible if we had a big microphone that we had to connect to like a laptop. It'd be way harder, bitch. Like if we got
Yeah.
an actual big microphone, we need like a system. We need like an actual computer. Like maybe we could figure that out, but like
Yeah.
it'd be like a whole different thing. So we'll definitely figure it out. But today we are going to talk all of our shit and drama and tea on these little $9 microphones from Amazon.
From TikTok Shop.
No, literally from TikTok Shop. No, I saw them on TikTok Shop for like half off. I was like, bitch, I literally be getting scammed by Bezos recently.
No, low key.
Like everything's so much cheaper on TikTok Shop. Have you bought anything from there?
Yeah, I got the little ear thing.
What your thing?
It's like the things like to clean your ears.
Like earplugs?
No, it's literally like the ones that they use at the doctors. Like you can check in to see what's inside your
Oh,
ears.
bitch, that camera?
Yes.
Bitch, bring that next time. I need to look inside of my
But
ear.
lucky, it's not. It's not. It wasn't as dirty as they made it seem. As like
Well, bitch, I would hope your ear wasn't dirty.
a bit.
I'm like, that's
No,
a
but
good
they made
thing.
it seem like no one's like your ears are for sure gonna be dirty.
Yeah.
And then I checked and it's all clean.
Well, because I heard that like it's bad to like use a cotton swab to like clean your ear because you're like pushing everything in. But that's literally what I did my whole entire childhood.
That's why I got scared because like
why? Because you thought it was much. You
I saw
thought there was like a maggot in there.
bit.
Bitch, I'm like, there is. Bitch, you dragged it right there. I hate you.
No, I was like checking. I was like, where's gonna be like the little you check in there? It's like a whole animal in there. And it's
No,
like,
yeah, like literally, and you're like, no, and then you put the
It's
the North Sea music.
bitch.
Oh, Lizzie, oh.
Bitch, I could be right.
So literally. Anyways, let's do our word of the day. Let's get that out of the way because I feel like every time we always like save that to like 45 minutes in the podcast. And
It's
like,
like towards
bitches
the
don't
end.
care
I know.
anymore. Let's just end the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
But I looked one up, so I can go first. It's kind of easy, but I figured like,
I'm like, you can try it out. I guess.
like yeah, you can try it out. Maybe you'll know how to spell or something.
Hopefully.
Okay, this might be easy to you, but I feel like I always fuck this one up. Okay,
That's like me when I give you Wednesday.
no Wednesday, literally. No, it's giving the Wednesday one. Okay, the word is liquefy.
Oh shit, that one's pretty good.
Okay,
LIQUIFY. I-F-Y?
Wrong. I knew
What
you were
the
gonna get
hell?
that. It's E. I don't know. It's liquefy. I even said it with a little bit of E.
What the
Accent on the back
heck?
half. Wait, what?
What the heck?
Yeah.
Me being illiterate.
I'm like liquefy. I thought you'd fucking know about some wet
Bitch.
shit because you're a fucking.
Bitch. You're like, it was easy.
Okay, go.
All right, in honor of Mexico, since I went to Mexico, I'm gonna give you one, like a Mexican word kind of.
Okay.
Oaxaca.
Bitch, the fuck? Oaxaca?
Yeah.
Oaxaca.
Yeah, Oaxaca.
It's like a Spanish word?
it's like a city.
Oh, okay. Oaxaca. UA. I'm.
Yeah, bitch.
Wait, say it again.
Oaxaca.
UA Ha H ACA.
Wrong.
Wait.
Bitch. Because you know how Mexico's be using the
Yeah, the
random...
UA's instead of a fucking H or something.
Yeah.
Wait, UA
Yeah.
CA.
Oh wait, no. OAX.
UAOAX PQRTFLMN LGBTQ plus
Bitch, I was
IA.
like, where's this going?
No,
I was
literally.
like, ugh. Alright, it's OAXACA.
Wait, I literally said UA and you said that was right.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh yay. OAXACA.
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 Oh, bitch, that's literally like everywhere in LA.
See, I
So
don't
like
know
the
that.
Oaxaca restaurants, something like that, right? OAXACAK.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see those every. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bitch. I thought you were saying like some fucking like WUQX. Like I don't fucking know.
I'm like Z. I don't know.
Okay, well that was a good word. Thank you for that, Oscar.
like,
Thank you for
come
the little.
on.
No, you guys know Oaxaca. We love, we stand. But okay, so let's get into some of like the drama and the tea. Well, I feel like let's do a peek in our pits. But let's do it quickly because every time we get too into it and then we kind of like
Exactly.
Okay, so let's do it like a quick little cute peek in our pit and then we'll get into all of our stories and
Okay, for
everything
sure.
like that. So you can go first.
Okay, so definitely my peak is going to Mexico.
Yes,
I mean, I got to meet my family again.
Yes, love that for you.
And then I feel like my pit would be... Oh, I got sick on my way to Mexico.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I literally ate... I don't know why I ate cheese. Like a McMuffin.
Yeah.
Bitch,
and Oscar
I
with
was
cheese?
stuck in the bathroom of the airport for hours.
No way.
Swear, the whole ride I was in the bathroom. I was like...
Wait, on the airplane?
Yes, bitch. It was so embarrassing.
Oh my gosh, the same airplane that I was taking pictures for my spicy site the other day. Like, dead fucking... I'm like, it smells like shit in here. I'm like... Wait,
Oscar was here, bitch.
No way. Oh my gosh,
I was literally stuck the whole airplane.
Oh, were people like knocking?
Yes.
Oh, that's awful. I hate that shit.
And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm begging because I just ate cheese.
So, how long did it last?
It was like 3 hours, and literally, well, like
what color was the shit?
Bitch.
What?
Why?
What was the substance? What was the solid liquid? Yeah,
it was
on
so
airplane.
Horrible. That was my pick because it was so horrendous.
And then I don't even want to talk about, but the fucking wiping narrative. Next. That is fucking crazy. They have a bidet.
Did I have a bidet? I'm like, you like your bathroom?
No, literally.
No, I was literally stuck in there, in and out, and it's just horrendous. I hate when people
sorry, that sucks.
Too.
Yeah, it's like it makes you. You're already anxious to be fucking shitting on a plane like 100,000 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
But then there's some fucking like Sally like banging because she wants to take a piss or like rip her dad pen.
No, I literally once I exited like the bathroom, everyone was like looking, and I was like, I'm so embarrassed. And there was literally 2 people waiting. It was so embarrassing.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's over now. I feel like every embarrassing thing is only embarrassing in the moment, and then it's over, and then it's not embarrassing anymore.
Bitch, you're trying to give me a life lesson right
now?
No,
I'm like, okay. And you guys can get my ebook on Amazon.com bestsellers. Okay, so peek in your pit. My peek in my pit was definitely okay. My peak was I went out the other night with Jordy and Jay. We had so much fun. It was honestly like a cute, wholesome 22-year-old era vibe. Like, it wasn't too crazy. We got back home by like 12:31. We had our time out, and it was very, very cute and fun. We went to Pink Taco, got some drinks. They didn't have anything vegan. We left. We walked to Saddle Ranch, which is so iconic for what it is. Then we got more drinks. But tell me guys why. They literally told me like, let's go out. Let's get some drinks. Yeah. And then when we went out to get drinks, they were like, oh, we're not going to drink anymore. Oh, and I was like, bitch, what? And I was like, I needed a fucking drink. So I got my own drink. Then I got like tipsy by myself, and I started acting like all crazy. You know how I am when I'm like the only one that's drunk, giving like Catalina Island. And then everybody kind of caved in and started drinking. So you could say I was the bad influence that day, but it's only one day out of like the 365. Like if I want to have a fun moment, like I feel like my friends are usually like, okay, let's have it, because well, actually, me acting like I don't fucking get drunk. I'm like, I only get drunk one day a year.
I don't get drunk at all. Like,
no, okay, whatever. But yeah, that was a really fun time. We had a good time. And then after, we went to this new club, this like really bougie club that I've never been to. And we went behind the DJ booth, which was giving bougie. It was giving iconic. But I'm gonna get into that little story later because there was a lot going on at that thing, and I feel like I just have some moments of insight when you're out in such an LA event. So
Yeah.
LA coded story vibes. But then my pit was probably um I feel like this week I had like I don't know, I wasn't as motivated in terms of making money. I was more motivated in terms of existing and living and being healthy, which I vibe with. Like there's been a lot of good
I mean, that's
healthy
so good
stuff.
though.
No, yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely is, but like I'm in a mindset where I feel like I always need to be making money, always need to keep doing more.
Yeah.
So it's kind of been like a really intense week of slowing down. Like I've just been like sitting on the couch, like doing nothing, like just sitting, staring in silence. And Lewis is like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I need to fucking learn to just like exist without like my phone or like this or that, like left and right, up and down." So
Yeah.
that's what this week's been. It's been good, but it's definitely been like a pit to try to figure it out. I
Yeah,
feel
no,
like,
because I saw your like Snapchats about how you were trying to like not look at your phone for like
yeah,
years, and I relate to that so much because every time I wake up and I look at my phone,
no, it's so
and
bad.
it's like, oh, now I feel like lazy and I don't want to do anything.
Yeah, like so I said on my snap, I was like, guys, it's like I'll wake up in the morning and I immediately check my phone because it's like subconscious at this point. I just check it. Right when I check it, I literally want to go back to bed afterwards. Like it's like an immediate thing now. Like before, when I wasn't maybe as addicted to my phone, I would just like check it, maybe feel like a little like pit or like anxiety of comparison or whatever, and then continue with my day. But now it's literally like if I wake up at 8 a.m. early and I go on my phone for like 30, 40 minutes, I will fall back asleep. And I feel like it's just like sucking up the energy out of you sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
And so yeah, I've been definitely been trying to stop that. Today I didn't check my phone for like 45 minutes in the morning, which I feel like is good. And that's why I didn't answer you right away because I was like I didn't
Oh
even
yeah,
go on my phone at all. Like I just right when I wake up, guys, I take my morning shit and then immediately after I'll shower and then immediately after I'll go to my kitchen, make some food, feed Shadow, like keep kind of trying to distract
feels
myself.
good though.
Yeah, but
It's just learning how to balance both things, I think.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's weird. I don't know. I just it's good to be productive in those ways, but when you are trained to feel productive in other ways, it feels like you're not doing anything
exactly.
valuable,
Yeah,
which is like, bitch, I'm literally eating breakfast. Like, what's bad about
yeah.
that, you know? But yeah, that's probably my pit, I would say.
Oh, period. I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like it was a good balance between both things.
Wait, but can I say this about social media real quick? Because I did watch a video yesterday, and I feel like we could have like a little thing about this before we get into like all this like unimportant nonsense. Well, not unimportant, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But so I saw this TikTok yesterday, and it said that, bitch, listen to this really in depth, and then like think about how this makes you feel. Ready?
Okay.
Social media used to be an escape from the real world. Now the real world is an escape from social media.
Bitch, I'm like, all right. It's like,
Whoa. No, like
oh
think
my
about that. Like it's
gosh.
so true. Like we all disconnect from our phones to exist and be present. When before, you know what I mean? It was an
No, that is so
extension.
true.
Yeah,
Oh my
I
gosh.
know. And like I've been
Ew,
thinking
it
about that
gives
a
me
lot.
like goosebumps just even thinking about it like
No,
that.
yeah, like and then the girl was saying that like social media is like it used to be this thing, like this one singular place where we would all go to this singular place and we would be on there and then leave it all on there. But now it's like this whole entity, like social media is like another existing being. Like when you're in the room with a friend, it's like social media is in there as well because it's like this big presence entity on your life
Yeah.
that like takes over. It's fucking scary, but that's what I'm trying to prioritize. I feel like, are you addicted to your phone? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. In Mexico, I was like, bitch, you were so MIA, which made me feel like, oh, Oscar's just so like present and shit. Like,
Yeah.
go off.
I think honestly after like what towards the end of like last year, everything that just went on, I just really wanted like I was like, damn, I feel so like burnt out. I feel so like drained.
Yeah.
I definitely wanted to like that's why I even booked the flight to New York. That's why I even stayed a little bit after once you guys had left. Like I was like, you know what? I just want to like really just focus on like taking a step back from my phone, obviously like
Yeah.
just admiring everything around me and just being able to focus on like my thoughts too.
Yeah.
Because when you're by yourself and when you're going to explore new places, it really opens your mind to like,
Yeah.
and it really makes you think. It's like, especially when I went to Mexico, it's like seeing all these people like in Mexico, no one has their phones out.
Nobody.
I don't know if it's because like a danger thing or like people are
Oh
gonna
yeah.
revenge.
Yeah.
But it's also like just seeing everyone like disconnected from their phones and just being able to like look around was so adorable.
No.
And everyone
Yeah.
over there is so nice.
Ugh, don't even get me started. I know. I can
Like you
tell.
literally walk past people and they're like, "Oh, like buenos dias," or like, "Oh,
Yeah.
buenas tardes," like type stuff like that. And it's so like over here, no one talks to you.
No,
You walk
yeah.
past people and then just give you a dirty look or
But
something.
I literally just saw a statistic that said that like 40% of Americans are not talking to their neighbors anymore. Like, you know, like you can't just go to your neighbor and ask for a favor anymore. Like, you know, there's no
Yeah,
community like there is in Mexico.
yeah. And just I don't know, like that made me really think. I just want to like, take a step back from like looking at my phone because I would always be on my phone.
Yeah, I feel like it's very much so America core, like America coded. Like, in Colombia, like I can definitely like see resemblance in that. Like people are so sweet, so nice. No one's on their phone. People are like working, existing, creating, just being together. And when you say creating, it's not creating content, bitch. It's like creating
Yeah,
crops. It's like creating
yeah,
fucking jobs, like for
yeah,
people. Like it's doing shit like that. So I see that, and I don't know. I just get kind of scared and fearful with our nation a little bit because we're all so connected into our phones.
yeah. Exactly.
And like, the second you don't have a phone, like, yeah, you could probably get home from here, but it's like, how far can you go everywhere? Like, you know what you know, but
Yeah,
then you don't know what you don't know. And now with our phones, we know what we don't know, which is like an extension to like
because
our
everything's so accessible on our phones.
everything. Like,
Yeah.
literally, it's like fucking
And
scary.
over there, everything's so close to each other. Like the restaurants,
Yeah,
like
it's like a walkable city,
yeah,
right?
it's literally like everything's right next to each other. Like if you want to go to a restaurant, probably that house over there has like
Ugh.
it's a restaurant or something.
Yeah, no, I
Or
see what you're
you
saying.
walk down and then like literally a street after it's like a whole buffet or like something.
I can't believe you were just in Mexico. That's so
No, it was
crazy.
so
It's so
cute.
pretty. Oh, such a
I want to get
vibe.
more into it, but I do have a story before I get into it. It's like a
Okay,
little
yeah.
like crazy
Okay, yeah.
before
Oh
it.
my gosh. So yeah, so you had your like little like going back to your roots era. And like I feel like that's always necessary, like to kind of get away from your phone and social media, because you've been kind of more involved. I feel like a little bit in like the social media narrative of it all for like
Yeah,
a past couple months. So I feel like it's good to just like doop
just
exit.
really yeah. I realized like how everything like I don't know
How everything keeps going on around you without you, and like
exactly
knowing that there's some comfort in that, because it's like you it's not all on you,
yeah
like you can put yourself in the community as well and
exactly.
like be
And just
there.
be able to see my family too was very nice.
How long ago did you see them? Like, when was the
Like
last time?
literally like 7 years ago.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and
So
it's
they're
so
like,
sad.
Oscar,
Like
you're gay now.
no, literally by the time I came back, they're like, oh
I'm
okay.
like, whoa, that ass looking fat.
No, literally they would ask me like, oh, do you have a boyfriend? Yeah, I was like, oh, what the? You guys
No
know?
way.
Yeah, I was like, how'd you guys know? But I had told my grandma when she was here, and I guess she told everyone. So I was like,
Wait, was
whatever.
that the grandma that I met?
Oh no, that was my other
Oh,
grandma.
okay, okay.
But that grandma ended up telling everyone, which made it easier. Honestly, I was like, thank God, because I can't with the whole like,
Yeah, I feel like there's something to say about like being outed. Like, it's obviously like the worst thing ever. Like, nobody deserves it. But at the
yeah.
same time, it's like, thank you.
I
Like,
was like,
literally, like,
because I
thank
don't
you,
want
because
to
I
do.
didn't want to say it
Yeah,
myself. So, like, you know what I mean? I've
yeah,
always said that. Like, it's very valid in the moment to be like, fuck you, fuck. But then, like, 7 years later, I'm like, oh, thank you to that, like, 11th grade bully
no,
that just,
literally,
like, told everyone, like,
because it was
honestly.
so easy now. It's just like, all
Yeah.
right, well,
No, I get that. I get that. But oh my gosh, so they know you're gay and
yeah,
me acting like, well, it is kind of a big deal for your Latin family in a different country to like know you're gay. Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, like, in Colombia, nobody. I mean, they probably see me and they think, but
yeah. Because even like when I had gone, I had to like some of my family was staying at the Airbnb that we got because it was bitch. It's like a room with like 10 rooms.
no way.
Yeah, it was so big.
Oh my
I was like
gosh.
being so cunty.
But
Like
every family is like poor until they go to like a third world country for vacation
no,
and get like the
literally.
bougiest villa.
And
Like,
then we
I
got a
fucking love.
suburban, a white suburban as a
What? Oh my
rental.
gosh, thank God, honestly. You guys
I,
deserve
but
that.
I was like, I told my dad, I was like, we're getting all the attention from like Mexico City. We're gonna get kidnapped or
Yeah, no, wait,
something.
that's actually kind of true. That's so real, so raw.
Yeah. So it was like really
But
scary.
is Mexico City dangerous? I've never heard much about Mexico City.
No, well, the outskirts, yeah. Like my cousins were telling me, they were like, oh, it's just a little bit dangerous if you like obviously stay out past a certain time.
Yeah, it's like LA. It's
Yeah.
like a city.
But it's literally like it's more so just being more aware
Yeah.
about situations. Like um when I went with Javier, I was telling him I was like, I look want to go to the clubs over there. Like it seems fun. So we were out and about. We went to this place called Zona Rosa. It's like
Okay.
that's WeHo
Oh,
basically.
really?
Yeah. So we go and it was like it was so fun, bitch. First, I can't say anything bad about Mexico because it was honestly everything was just for me everything was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had a nice Uber there. Um, everyone was so nice. Everyone was so
I'm gonna grab
welcoming.
my Celsius real quick. Sorry. Keep
They were
going.
like telling me everything about like where we were gonna go. It
Yeah.
was so fun. Um, but obviously when we were at the clubs, inside the clubs, they said don't order like if you can't order don't get into a taxi. Basically, like there were signs literally saying
Oh, don't get into a taxi.
don't get into a
Why?
taxi because you get into like sometimes people pretend to be a taxi
Oh
and they just
wow. See, that's scary. That's like next level.
yeah. And then they were saying like the sign said don't order a taxi, we'll order an Uber for you. But
Mm.
then once I told my aunt, once I got back to the Airbnb, I was like, oh my gosh, like that's so crazy, like how they have those signs up in the literal club, how they order you an Uber, and they were like, oh well, even that's dangerous because sometimes the clubs order you an Uber, but they will order like they will
Yeah.
pay the Uber money instead of like doing it through the
Doing
app,
yes, I get that.
and then it just leaves like that uncertainty of like because Uber tracks the location.
Yeah.
But if you're paying the Uber like just money by itself, it's like they have no like your location is not like tracked.
Yeah, I get that. And I feel like it's also a danger in like just really anywhere, but I'm not gonna say anywhere but America because America's dangerous as fuck. But it's true, like sometimes like dangerous people will like work with organizations and companies and stuff like that, even to be like, oh, put up a sign that says don't get taxis and get Ubers, and then that way you think you're comfortable with getting an Uber, but they're working with them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's a whole thing. So like I feel you always have to be vigilant just of everything when you're somewhere besides where you're like always comfortable with. But I don't think it's any more dangerous than it is in LA, to be
Yeah,
honest.
like you can probably like order an Uber and someone will just
Yeah.
pretend to be like your Uber or something.
No, literally, like this shit's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of fucking Uber drivers, Oscar, I have the craziest story to tell you.
Bitch, you had to tell me.
I'm fucking terrified.
Well, you have brought it up right now. I was like, oh.
Well, it's just okay. So basically, it's just one of those crazy LA stories. I wasn't fucking getting railed in the back of the car yet. I'm kidding.
Bitch,
I'm kidding.
I'm almost talking. I'm like,
okay. Anyways, oh gosh, guys, it's so funny because before this, me and Oscar were like, should we film on the roof or should we like film here? And I was like, okay, let's flip a coin. I was like, okay, do you want head or and he's like, do I want head? I'm like, nobody said that. Anyways, I got head and we're still on the fucking couch. You fucking lying ass.
Oh,
no, I'm kidding.
I'm sorry. It's because guys, it's fucking freezing
Yeah,
outside.
it's cold. I get it. And also, I couldn't wear my new In My Slut era, which I kind of fuck with. I'm not in my slut era, but it's an iconic shirt.
Podcast.
For the purpose of the podcast, I will wear what I have to wear. Anyways, so basically the other day I went out with Jordy and Jay. You know that whenever Jordy goes out, that bitch is gonna order a Suburban.
Yeah.
He will never get a fucking normal Toyota Corolla. It's always a fucking Suburban, which is kind of iconic. You know, that is like one of the biggest, most notable things about people in LA with either more than 15K followers on Instagram or more than 15K a month in the bank account. Like they will order a fucking Suburban, and it's cool. I get it. So we were at his house, and he ordered a Burb for 3 of us when there's like 8 seats in the car, whatever. Right when we get in the car, we immediately kind of noticed that, you know, it's a really clean car. It's a really it's like a kind of younger woman in the front, but nobody noticed or anything. And we just all sat in the car. So literally, bitch, oh my gosh. So literally, you know, Jordy starts being crazy as he always is, and he starts saying all this crazy shit in the back, being like, you know, like saying the crazy shit that he says because he's so funny. And the Uber driver was like laughing, and she was in the front. I didn't fucking know if she was laughing to be nice or laughing to be a bitch. Like I don't fucking know. And I'm always like on guard, guys. Like that's something I gotta chill out about. Like, you know, if, like,
he's always on guard. Yeah,
like I'll always be like, what? Like I'll always be like, why you like, you know, like I always.
Oh my god, like at the train.
What did I do on the train? Oh my gosh, yeah. Like I just like okay, that basically like. An older man like sat next to us, like, you know, we were sitting in the booth and he sat next to us. That's why we ended the podcast. We understood it was getting packed, so we're like, we're gonna do that. But then when he sat next to us, like he kept staring at us and giving like dirty looks and like talking to his wife in a different language. So it was very fucking obvious that he was.
It was so obvious. It was
so he was literally 2 feet away from me, like looking like this and everything. And I looked at him and I said, "What?" And then he was like, "I'm talking to my wife." And I was like, okay. And then that was it. But it's like, I always will love to like.
Ew, did they move seats?
Yeah, and they moved. Well, bitch, get the fuck away from me, honestly, at this point. Like, you really tried it. Okay, anyways. Now I'm like annoyed again about that 1 week. But anyways, so the woman in the front was laughing. She was like, ha 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 ha. So I wasn't going to say it to her, and I honestly did not give a fuck. But I said to Jordy, like, you know, as we're drunk, we're all being stupid. I'm like, not her laughing. Like, you know, I'm just like, not her laughing. I said it probably loud because I'm drunk, but whatever. And then she goes, as she's driving, you guys, she's literally driving in the Uber driver, and she goes, I was actually laughing at what Jordy just said. And like turned back around, and I'm like, oh, bitch, how do you know his fucking name, first of all? That's something that we never really unpacked because his name on the app is something different, and then she called him by his like nickname. So, and it was like a younger woman type vibe. This is like my own like thesis or whatever. But anyways, so she said that, and right when she said that, she like turned back around, and we were all like, oh my, and Jordy was like, Pablo, and Jay was like we were all like, oh my, like maybe I dragged it, like maybe I like disrespected her, but I literally was like, oh, not her laughing, but we were all being so loud, the music was on, so I didn't think it was anything. Anyways, right after I said that, I felt like a little bit awkward, and then you could hear her like laughing in the front again. So then I'm like, okay, wait, like I don't think she's like mad. I think she's just like one of those like, you know, she's just like being very communicative. She's very like outgoing. She's very energetic. So, bitch, tell me why she literally is sitting in the front. And Jay, who is our friend, she's talking about how she matched with this guy on an app or whatever, yada, yada, yada. We're talking all the tea about exes, currents, everything like that. Tell me why within a minute to 2 minutes into the car ride of us getting in the Uber, as we're talking after that Jordy thing that just happened, and after Jay's talking about whatever apps, she literally at a red light just stops and starts going, what apps you guys use to hook up with people? Because honestly, I've been using Bubble for a while now, but I have like nobody to find on Bubble. Like nobody wants to fuck me. So guess what I did? I downloaded Grinder. And I fucked a gay guy the other day. And I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty good.
Oh,
Like literally just like said it so fast and sporadic and like so out of nowhere, and then just boom, name drop Grinder, boom, name drop, like literally just like
oh my god.
says that she went on Grinder to hook up with a gay man because she was so horny. That's literally what she told us. She said because she was so horny, and we were literally we were and Jody was like, normalize not oversharing. Like, you know how he always says that?
He's so like,
he's so
he
witty,
says what
funny.
everyone's thinking in their mind.
Yeah, he says it out loud, and then Jay was like, well, why would you do that, sweetie? Like, she was like talking to her like that. And she's like, guys, because I'm so horny and like there's just nobody out there anymore. Like, oh, like can a mother get some dick? And we were like, whoop. And then I was like, how old are you? She like turns around. She's like, I'm 30. Hi, I'm Catherine. Oh, whoop. I don't know. It wasn't Catherine, but it was like boom. It was like something close to that. And then we were like, and she's like, yeah, guys, but honestly, like the Grinder guy was kind of good, but I spent all day crying today. I'm not gonna lie, because after we had sex, he blocked me, and I was like, Miss Girl, is this guy fucking blue? Like, every fucking Grinder hookup is going to block you after hooking up with you on Grinder, whether you're a guy or girl, no matter what it is, that's going to happen because that's what Grindr's for. It's a hookup app. It's for lost souls. No, I'm kidding. I get it, guys. We've all been through it, but no, yeah. So basically, she said that. And I was like, girl, like, of course. And she's like, oh, you think so? Because, like, last week I fucked another guy from Grindr, and, like, we went to the movies after, and we watched The Beekeeper, but I don't know why we watched The Beekeeper. I wanted to watch Mean Girls, because I love Mean Girls. Mean Girls is one of my favorite shows. Lindsay Lohan is one of my favorite actresses. Like, just kept, I was like, girl, like, it was very obvious. But this was, like, within, like, 5 minutes, like, to 10 minutes of the car ride, and she did not stop talking for a second. Guys, 10 minutes into the Uber ride is when everything took a fucking change, because she started talking about the reasons why her husband left her. And let's just fucking say, everyone in that fucking car has their own triggers. Everyone in that fucking car is going through their own relationship stuff or has been through it. So normalize asking people if they are okay enough to take on this type of information. You know what I mean? Like, it's good to talk to your friends, talk to people you love about things when you have problems, but even if it's a friend or even if it's someone you don't know, normalize being like, can I bring this up? Are you okay to bring this? You know what I mean? Because sometimes you can just trigger someone, and that's exactly what was happening, guys. She was talking about the most triggering, scary stuff that happened in her past relationship. Starts like literally tearing to the point where we see her like that her whole face is covered in black mascara because the whole day she's been doing Ubers, crying, like literally like losing her mind, saying that like she can't see herself, like all this sad, awful stuff, which is of course so awful. But the things that she was saying specifically about, I'm not gonna say everything because it's just fucking crazy. Obviously, no one's gonna know who it is, but literally, bitch, like one thing she said was like, my husband gave me 3 months to lose all my weight, and if not, he said he was gonna leave me, and I didn't get to his weight, so he left me. Like, that is so like sad, awful, scary, but also very triggering, traumatizing. Like, let's be so for real. So we were
as your way to like go out and have
as we're on our way to go out, as we're already a little tipsy, guys. As honestly, we're all not in the best spots of our lives. Like, we're all trying. You know, I'm sorry for spitting on you. I spit on 2 spots. You, that's so gross. Yeah, I know. My retainers are like covered. It's gross. Anyways, so wait, that's not true. It just makes you more saliva. Wait, I feel like people are gonna think I'm like a hot Cheeto boy or something. Anyways, yeah, so she starts saying all this. The whole entire ride, the last 15 minutes really starts trauma dumping on us, telling us every little thing about her life, going into detail about how she can't see her son, about how her husband's did this to her, all these things. And we kept saying, like, Jordy was like, I'm sorry, but this is really triggering. And she thought that he said that, like, she thought that he said he needed a charger. So she's like, oh, you need a charger? Here you go. And he's like, no, this is triggering. She's like, no, here's a charger. Here's a charger. Like, it almost felt like no matter what we said, she just wouldn't stop talking. And she was a very nice woman, but you guys, you can tell she was going through it. So basically, after like 25-30 minutes to West Hollywood, it shouldn't even have taken that long, but she was definitely taking some like detours to be able to talk to us longer, which we noticed. At the end of it, guys, we were being very nice and respectful, obviously, but it was a lot. So we kind of all got out of the car as fast as we could, because when we got there, she kept asking us, what are we doing? What's the vibe? This and that. Also, bitch, I need to include that after the Grinder thing, she literally was driving and she was at a red light, and literally within like, this was probably within, I keep saying timelines, but it like really is important, like right before probably the Grinder thing or right after, she looks back at me and Jordy and she goes, are you guys? And we're like, what? And I was like, gay? And she's like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, well, I'm bi and he's gay. And she's like, really? And then she got like excited. And I was like, oh, this girl has like a little fantasy. Like
Yeah.
every girl wants to fuck their gay best friend. Let's not fucking say. No, like I'm kidding, but like that's always been like I've talked to my straight friends about that. Like there's always like that little crush you have on your gay friend in the beginning. You know, like when you
Yeah.
guys are younger, like you always date your best friend. Like
Yeah.
you know, like I'm sure you have a best friend or a friend that you're still friend that you've dated
Yeah.
in the past. Like you know, I have Friday. Like it's always fucking happened. So we made that joke, but then she's like, oh really, like are you guys dating? And then I told her, I was like, oh, we just all fuck all the time, like we're a threesome, like we just have fun with it, we're looking for someone new.
You're so
And she's like, wait, really? And then she got like really excited,
Ew.
and then she started being like, oh, I'm just so horny, guys, I'm sorry, I'm just so horny, like
Ew,
is it bad to say? And then she was like, I'm just so horny. I was like, girl,
but
stop
she's like,
fucking
I'm so
rubbing that
horny.
fucking seatbelt clip. Like no, it was bad. Like what I'm saying like is like honestly like nicer, because I don't want to like put, nobody knows who it is, but I don't want to put that on blast. But it was honestly crazy, like borderline, like we should get out of this car right now, because
Yeah.
she literally at one point was like looking back at me talking, and I was like, girl, the road is in front of you,
Yeah.
like please. And then she knew all of our names by the end of it and kept calling us all out and like asking us specific questions, and like it was the craziest, most like LA story, not story like LA coded, but more so like LA Uber ride story. Like you never know who you're gonna fucking get an Uber with. People are fine, there's obviously like precautions to take place, but sometimes you just get an Uber driver who's been through a little bit more and they just need to express that. And I understand, but in that moment, not a fucking vibe. Not a fucking. It was funny when she was talking about Grindr. Funny how she was saying she wanted to like fuck us. We're like, girl, what the fuck? She was like calling me out, being like, oh, actually, I was like she was clocking me and shit. But then at the end, she was like crying and being really sad. So right before she dropped us off at Pink Taco, Jordy and Jay were walking away, and I went back to the car and I opened her door and I put my hand on her and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I hope everything like goes well. And she's like, thank you, Pablo. Oh yeah, she's like, thank you, Pablo. Like I was like, girl, now you know my name. But I was like, mm-hmm. And then I left. And I just felt really bad. It was like one of those moments. Like, have you watched Barbie?
Yeah.
It was like the moment
The
the
old
grandma.
lady?
Like it was a
Yeah.
moment like where there's like all this chaos, and she's like, you look so pretty, and she's like, I know it. And then it just goes back into chaos or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it was literally like boom, 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 boom. I'm really sorry.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
boom, 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 boom.
Oh,
Like
bitch.
it was fucking wild. But yeah, that was
Oh
my
my
Uber
God.
story. Yeah, it was like, I think it's just funny because I haven't
It
had like
definitely is LA coded though.
Yeah, like-
it's, like some shit would of course
that would have
actually-
not happened in Connecticut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in Connecticut, like they were getting mad at us for being 2 minutes late. But here they're like, oh, we're 5 minutes late. It's okay. We'll get there on time. Like acting like they're coming with us. Like
Yeah.
Uber drivers are like begging for friends out here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not. I'm literally an Instacart. I was an Instacart driver. I'm like, was I begging for friends? Like,
Wait
damn.
a second.
Okay, but that was like my little story from that. I definitely have more to talk about that night, but I feel like I want to let you bring something
Yeah.
up so that we can. Yeah, I'm gonna get my water. I'm sorry, I keep getting up.
Guys, I have a story that I'm gonna tell you. That you're gonna be like, you're gonna be shook.
Wait, I'm scared.
No, so I had told Pablo, while we were in New York, I was like, oh, one of my friends had invited me to this. What is this, like bathhouses? Oh, I am gonna bring this up because you're gonna be shook over the things that have gone.
Oscar went to a bathhouse in Los Angeles.
Yeah, literally like right next to WeHo.
I think I know the one you're talking about.
Stop!
Okay, keep going. Oh, we all have a fucking bathhouse story.
Traumatizing.
Okay.
Not for me.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say everyone loves to say their bathhouse story is traumatizing, and then they're like looking up on Reddit, like what time is the best time to go?
No, I only been once and I'm never going again.
Okay, well, yeah.
That
sorry.
was traumatizing the house.
What happened?
Well, okay, so my friend had invited me to this bathhouse. He was like, oh my god, it's so fun. Like, you should come through. Like, I feel like we're going to have so much fun. I was like a little iffy and I was just entertaining the narrative. And I was like, oh my god, yeah, I'm so down. But I love entertaining the narrative. I entertain the narrative with him. I entertain the narrative with everybody.
Wait, he's so fun. He's like, I didn't know if I wanted to go.
I was like, I don't know if I wanna-
But him in the shower shaving, I didn't know if I wanted to
Bitch, I
go.
hate you. No, I never. First off, he has told me his stories. I just never.
I'll tell you guys after.
I have never just the idea of it. Just I don't know. I mean, it seems fun. I mean, it seems crazy. But once you're actually there, it's like a little. It's actually real.
Yeah.
Like it's true.
No, it's like real shit in
Yeah.
there.
So
Like the bathhouse story in LA, like needs a fucking like documentary.
yeah. So I was feeling a little like this is right before Mexico, and I was feeling a little like under the weather. But I was like, you know what, whatever. Like this could be like a cute little pregame for like Mexico. This is probably the reason why I went MIA. 'Cause I
Wait,
was like
but
so traumatized.
That's so funny though, because I feel like that's so fucking real. Like when you know you're about to do something fun, but you don't know if you're gonna like have sex, or you don't know if you're gonna do something beforehand to like level
Exactly.
it out and be like, all right, well, I did something crazy, so now I can go a week without sex. Like,
Yeah. So I had literally decided, I was like, you know what, let's just go very last minute.
wait, do you think this is like only us in LA, or do you think these are like
Well, honestly, I feel like people do this.
Yeah, this is like
Yeah.
known. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I had like decided very last minute. I was like, okay, let's just go. Like it,
Wait, what friend?
huh?
You don't have to say the name, but tell me the name.
SZA.
Okay.
Ah, bitch.
You literally on the last podcast. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. We're not friends.
Oh, bitch.
What?
Wait, no, that was someone else. Oh, that's. Oh no, not that SZA.
What's SZA?
SZA concert recently. That was SZA concert in March.
Ah.
No, bitch. Backstage SZA.
This was backstage SZA?
Yeah.
So what other SZA is there?
The SZA from is it clicking the one that took us back to his car or something?
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that one though.
Okay, I get it. So this is backstage SZA that you went to the Bathhouse with. Okay.
So
there's all these SZAs. Like, fuck.
It's because we have code names, y'all. We can't be just name dropping.
No, we have code names, but Oscar, all of them are called SZA. So he expects me to know all of them.
SZA number 6.
Like, literally, okay, go.
So he like invited me, and I was like, oh, I was literally in and out of it. I was like telling him, I was like, I'm gonna go, I'm not gonna go. At this point, I'm dragging it. He was telling me to be there by 2 p.m. At some point, it was already 10 p.m. and I was like, oh, I'm for sure not gonna go. It's already late as fuck. I'm not gonna go.
Yeah.
And then he was like, just come, like it's gonna be fun. And I was like, you know what? If you've been convincing me so much at this point, it has to be good or something. Because you've been trying to convince me to go since literally a week before.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you dragged it, but whatever, let's just go. So we ended up going.
Wait, what day was it?
Literally right before I went to Mexico.
But do you know what day it was? Because that can like have a lot to do with the experience.
It was definitely it was a weekend.
Like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or like a.
I think a Thursday.
Okay.
But it was like, so we had gone.
So like corporate boys, okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
What the heck? I literally met like a dad. It was so like, what is going on? Like this is
like, Thursday nights are like the nights where like the wives are taking care of their kids and like the dads are like bored.
Yes,
like,
and this is the first time I've ever been to any of this like scenario, like scene. So I was like, let's go to his apartment. He apparently had a wine, but I don't drink wine, and I'm not gonna drink wine for a pregame. Like, hello. And he had like this much of like a lemon shot. What is this thing called?
Lemon tea. Oh, lemon drops.
Yeah, lemon drops. I was like, I'm not gonna drink that, and I only had a Truly. So I was like, okay, let's just go. We end up going. This is gonna get so funny. First off, I thought it was so sketch because it's right off the freeway, and it's like, okay, what is going on? Like, we're right off the freeway.
Yeah.
We enter, bitch. Like the guys that were working, they see us, and they're just like, hey guys, like, you guys know, have you guys been here before?
Yes, that's always what it is. It's always, have you ever been here before?
Yeah, and then like a friend, he was like, oh yeah, like you know, I've been here. He's like actually hooked up with that guy, and I was like, oh
no,
what is going on?
He said that to the guy.
Yeah, and the guy was like, oh yeah, we hooked up before, and then I was like, what is going on? First off, my brain is like, I'm like overwhelmed. This is too much. And then the sign, like, there was like signs like no cell phone, no blah blah whatever. And
so
then,
nobody had a cell phone in there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is giving fucking like, oh my gosh, like the 90s when like there'd be all these gay parties at these. Oh, okay,
yes. So then I was like, oh my gosh. So we walked past. So it's like the entrance room. There's like another room where you have to drop off like kind of most of your stuff, and they give you a towel. And I was like, okay, like a cute little towel in case you want to shower or something.
Yeah.
No, bitch, you had to get naked.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
Or get naked before you even go in or something.
You have like 10 minutes. They said 10 minutes max. You have to get naked. Oh, my self-conscious, my everything.
Yeah, your self-esteem,
everything was like gone and boom.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Like you have to get butt naked. Yeah. Wait, so you got butt naked with backstage SZA?
Yes. Well, bitch, we like, remember we hooked up?
Yeah.
So it was like, not whatever. But.
So. Wait, have you guys hooked up after that?
No. No, it's Pinky Promise. Pinky Promise, seal the deal. I'm like.
So.
No, but we
Pinky Promise means nothing anymore.
No, and then like there was old guys just with the little peepees out. I was like, oh my god, my brain is getting overstimulated. The house.
Yeah. Did you get hard?
No, bitch. My brain was just running self-conscious. Like I was like, oh my god, this is a lot. And then like they gave us a locker, and then I was there, and then I was like, you know what? Let me make the most of it. Let's see if I can like feel something or like if I want to do something.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything. I was literally, my brain was just on like fucking. Yeah, I was in my head, bitch.
No, I know, I get it.
And I was like, oh my god, this is so overwhelming. Went to the sauna. Wasn't even a sauna. Literally felt like a room with AC and like.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, what is going on here?
Oh, they're putting the budget into like the security outside to make sure no one's going in for like the wrong reasons.
No, literally.
Instead of the fucking heat.
No, literally. And then one of the workers goes up to us and was like, hey, like I can get us a room if you guys like wanted to
There's a
do.
room in there. The room's in
There's
there,
rooms in there. Yeah, and he's like, I can get us rooms if you want to like do something. And I was like, oh my god,
and you said yes.
no, no, I swear, I said no. I said no. My sister was like, yeah, like I'm down. So I was like, okay, you do whatever you want. And I was like, honestly, I can't be here without like any alcohol in my system because this is like overwhelming. So I was like, can we just go get liquor real quick? And I was like, let's get a biggie ball or something.
Yeah.
We go out. We finished the biggie ball because I was
Oh, but
begging.
that wasn't even one decision to go in. That was two decisions to go in. Oh, you
Yeah.
really wanted to get
Well,
fucked
because
that night.
I really wanted to see what the hype was about. Because if everyone's like over here saying they go to like bathhouses and everything, I was like, what's the hype about?
Yeah. Wait, but is that bathhouse like a spa or is it literally like is there pools and
There's
jacuzzis?
pools,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
jacuzzi, yeah, everything was there.
I wonder which one you went to. Don't say the name, but
Yeah, I'll tell you after.
Okay.
But
I don't need to go. I'm just saying.
no, but it was like, so we finished the biggie ball,
Yeah.
and then we go back inside.
Wait, I really just need to check where Shadow is because it's like
He's
been
right
on my
there.
mind. Where?
There.
Oh, thank you. Because my door's open and it scared me for a second.
He's all gone.
Like I thought he went outside the hole.
No, but he's like, I mean, everything was just very chaotic overall. And then we met this guy who was like, we thought was a bottom because he was like very like small and petite.
Yeah.
Bitch. He's
You
like,
can never tell anymore.
He's like, oh yeah, like I fucked like almost like all the guys here. I fucked all the workers. I was like, he was like, it's kind of like a game, and I was like, oh.
You said it's kind of like a game.
Yeah, getting
Guys,
all the workers.
I need to fucking get out of the city.
No, yeah,
Holy
I was
fuck.
overwhelmed, and my brain, the big ball didn't help. I sobered up like this again. I went to the jacuzzi. This guy was like, oh yeah, this is like my escape. Like no one knows. Like from my my family, and I was like, oh my, this is so real and so authentic. And,
Yeah.
like,
Wait, did they let you drink? They don't let you drink it there.
no,
Right? Yeah.
we had to like finish it before.
They should have that moment.
Yeah, and then I started walking around because like this is too much. Let me see if I can find a place where I can just like relax. I walked past this room where they like everyone's having.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
Oh
are they fucking?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah, literally raw, and then people are just watching and like.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, this is so dehumanizing. For me, for me, it felt.
I'm like, for me, it's exhilarating. No,
I felt so dehumanizing.
Well, I think it's important to note that if people do it, everyone can do whatever they want. But
Yeah.
for you specifically, at your age, at your stage of life, that shit was like too much. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's once I saw that, I was like, okay, like if you want, you can stay. Like I'll just order an Uber back to my car. Like I just can't do this anymore.
No way. Well, I'm not. No. I'm not like. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like being like no, but no way. Like, let's be for like. Okay, well, maybe it's because you went on like a Thursday or something. Maybe there was nobody hot in there or something. But I feel like if there was somebody hot in there, like you would stay in there all night if you had to. Like,
Probably,
you know what
honestly,
I mean?
yeah. But honestly, I think it's just seeing everything. Bitch, the doors would be open and then some guy just like laying butt ass naked.
So nobody was hot in there.
No.
Yeah.
I just felt honestly that just felt very overstimulated.
What about the person Sissa hooked up with? Was he hot? Or did they end up hooking up?
They hooked up in their own room, and I was like in the, like near the locker room. I was like begging. I was like,
what the fuck? Oh my gosh, I didn't realize. Like the one I went to was not like that at all.
It was just very crazy. Like everyone, like you open the door, some guy's butt ass naked waiting to get like white. He's like, oh, and I'm like, oh shit.
No, yeah.
And then some guy with like his.
No, bitch, that's crazy.
And I was like, wow, that's.
And then you're like butt naked, so vulnerable.
Yes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and the people just walking by like touching you, and I was like, this is not for me.
Yeah,
I can't do this.
That's scary.
So then at some point I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna wait in the locker room while he finishes. So he ended up finishing and like ended up leaving. And I was like, this is so like
weird.
I don't know. It overstimulated me a lot.
No, I like literally I'm like looking in you and like I'm like looking at you naked. No, I'm like looking.
Pablo has a crush on me.
I'm literally like looking and like seeing like I know exactly that feeling and it's fucking crazy. Like I fucking know that shit. Bitch.
Yeah, and then that's oh my god, so overstimulated. But then Mexico was pretty fun, and then I met this guy.
And he went to Mexico after that.
Yeah, literally like 2 days after.
Oh my gosh, bitch! Wait, I'm gonna tell my like bathhouse story moment then because wait, but I feel like yours was like the place you went to makes sense because you're in LA, you're in that West Hollywood area, so it's like people are like warning, people are fucking begging for that meat.
Yeah.
But I was in Queens, New York, so I was like in a very different spot. I feel as though, and guys, the way that I went through it was completely different than you. Like, literally, bitch, like the most completely random thing ever. And there was alcohol, so like that was like a whole different thing. Like alcohol was involved.
If I was like blacked out or something.
Oh yeah, no, bitch. So like, okay, this was crazy. So basically, I went to a spa with my mom and my cousin, and my mom had been telling me, "I love this spa. It's so comfortable. It's so cozy. Pablo, you're gonna love it." So I was going through like a lot of anxiety in my life. That was like, I was having a lot of panic attacks, anxiety attacks. That's why I was literally in Connecticut. I couldn't be in LA. I was like just going through it. So my mom's like, let's have a calm spa day. Like, let's fucking like relax. Like, I'll invite your best like cousin Kayla. I'm like, oh my gosh, perfect. So we drive to New York, get to this random spot, and I was having so much anxiety on the way there. I was like smoking the whole way there, smoking the whole way there, like making sure I was feeling something. Because I don't know, I knew what was going to happen. And a lot of my anxiety came from the fact that I knew that I was going to have to go into a separate locker room area than my mom and my cousin, which obviously makes sense or doesn't make sense. I don't fucking know, whatever. But like, I knew that. And I had been going through a lot of anxiety where like with like older men, with like my sex life, like it was just like
Yeah.
kind of giving me the ick. So I was telling her that. And she's like, Pablo, it's fine. It's literally a spa, blah, 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 blah. Like, she's like, I've been here so many times. It's so beautiful. I was like, okay, perfect. So I smoke a little bit. We all walk into the spa together. And right when we get there, they're like, okay, like this is the guys, this is the girls. So my mom was like, we'll meet you on the first floor. We'll get some drinks, whatever, whatever. So I walked down there high. I was like peak high at this point.
Yeah.
I walked down there, and just like you said, there's an old man being like, have you been here before? And I was like, no. And he's like, okay, come with me. I'm like,
Oh my god.
okay. I'm
Alright.
like, I'm like a dog. Like, I'm like,
Alright.
anyway, so I'm like, okay. Like, I was literally like, okay. Like, I didn't think anything of this at all. So I literally walk with him to like this one door, and he's like, okay, so basically there's a room in here, there's a locker room, you have to get completely naked, and you have this towel. The towel was a little like 2 feet by 2 feet towel that like wraps like around here, like not
Yes,
like a big
That's
towel.
what exactly.
Exactly, yeah, they always do that.
Bitch, it's
Like
a
they
fucking
want to
shorts.
fucking, And then he's like, you have to leave everything in this first locker room, like your phone, your sandals, everything.
Oh my god.
And
that
then
is so
you
true.
will come to the
Yes.
other area, which is going to be like the spa, the showers, the jacuzzis, the pools, the saunas, everything like that. But keep in mind, this wasn't the spa that my mom was going to. This was a completely different spa that this old man was redirecting me to in the locker room area. So there were two different areas, but he brought me to this area because he thought I was such a fucking slut that he thought I wanted to go. I'm kidding, guys. He thought I wanted to like go in there. I don't fucking know. Anyways, so I get naked. I'm like, okay, like I'm like, am I about to fuck? Oh, this is what the guy told me. He said you have to shower before going upstairs and before putting on the bathing suit that we're gonna give. You have to shower before getting upstairs. So I was like, oh, okay. I thought everybody had to do it. I was like, is my mom really butt naked right now in front? I doubt this is happening, but
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. So I had this little towel on. Everything's over there, and I walk into the spa area. And right as I'm walking into the spa area, I see a sign that says "No towels allowed inside" to the spa area, and I just look. I'm like, wait, like literally so confused.
Bitch.
So, guys, once again, I know I love to drag the narrative, love to be like yada yada yada, but this is not what I was expecting
Yeah.
for a second, not even for a split second. This is not what I ever would have expected. 'Cause I went
Yeah.
with my mom. Like I wasn't like dragging the narrative trying to go for fun.
Yeah.
So I literally walk inside. There's immediately, I went on a Sunday night, and if there's anything about a Sunday night, and if there's anything about
It's
a
a
gay
church
man on a
party.
Sunday night, they love to wind down. It is WeHo, it is the Abbey at 9:30 p.m. to 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
It is fucking Bathhouse from 2 morning to
God.
6 in the morning. Like, it is giving that narrative. So, anyways, I walked in, and there was immediately probably like 30 naked guys just walking around this thing. And when I say 30 naked guys, yeah, some old people, but there were some men in there. Like, there were like
Oh my
like
god.
bodybuilder type shits. There were like model type shits. There was like little like e-boy, like fucking like 25-year-old like skinny people. Like, there's every different type of niche in there. Like, and I was just like, and I was so confused because I was like, wait, what? And then now my dick is confused. I'm like, wait, what? Like, I'm literally like, what's going on? So I immediately like, okay. So I go immediately right to the shower. And guys, let me tell you, when I walked into that fucking place, it was giving like I was fresh meat. It was giving the first time I went to Beaches WeHo. It was giving the first time I stepped into Mickey's. It was giving like
yes,
the craziest narrative. Like, imagine me walking in there like, and everyone in there like just like staring at me, and I'm like, and I'm no, I'm kidding. So
everybody.
no, so I immediately walk to the showers.
Taste.
I'm like, I'm kidding. So I go to the showers. And I start showering and everything, and I'm showering like not me saying I'm like showering with my
I know, bitch.
like going. No, I'm literally just like going on the thing as quickly as I can, guys, as quickly as I can. And I start looking around because I'm like curious. I'm looking around. I see there's saunas, I see there's jacuzzis, I see people are talking. It's very communicative in there. It's not like people are just staring awkward. Like people are making friends in there. But they're butt naked in a jacuzzi right next to each other. So I noticed that. I'm like, wait, that's like kind of giving, but like I'm literally with my family, and also I have so much anxiety. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I walk out. They give me the bathing suit to put on, my junk glass to go on, and I walk upstairs and I see my mom and my cousin, and they're like, "Why did you guys take so long?" And I'm like, "Oh, they were, I don't know, there was a line or whatever," and they're like, "Oh, okay." So we go to the bar, we start drinking, and upstairs is like slides and jacuzzis and pools and saunas and massage tables and everything you can think of spa related. And there's like hundreds of people there. It's like a whole entire actual family friendly spa.
Yeah.
So I'm just confused at this point because I'm like, okay. So I'm going on with my day upstairs, having a wholesome, cute moment with my family, kind of thinking about what just happened, but I didn't see anything too much. I wasn't sure what was really happening.
Yeah.
But as I was getting more drunk, I started like entertaining the idea, and I was like, wait, why do I kind of want to go back?
Yeah.
Like, just see what's going on. Like, I was like 2 like drinks in. I was like, oh, I need to check my phone. Like, I need to like, I need to like take a shit. Like, I don't know what I was. I think I told my mom and my cousin, I was like, I'm gonna go take a shit. I'm gonna go take a shit. And at this point, I didn't bring up anything to anybody, like specifically to my cousin, because we're best friends. It's like if you were to lie, you'd be like, bitch, down there was crazy.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't know anything yet.
Yeah.
So I go back down, go back to the area. And at this point, I'm a little drunkies, guys. I'm a little drunkies. So I see everyone going around. Once again, I'm not talking to anyone. I'm like, you know what? Oh, God, my digital footprint.
Right now, like
boom. Anyways, I'm like, let me get in this jacuzzi. Keep in mind, guys, this is completely legal. This is completely like a thing. Like, men in there are probably straight. Like, like there's some straight, like I'm sure,
Oh, for sure.
Like, it's like that's what guys do. They're like, yeah, let's be naked and like chill. Like, like get in the sauna. Like, I don't fucking know, work out. So it was still normal, but I was still feeding into my like 19 and a half year old like like narratives of like what's going on. So I go back down. I go back down there. I get in the jacuzzi. I get in the fucking jacuzzi where nobody is sitting. I kid you not, Oscar. 20 seconds later, 7, 8 guys are now in that jacuzzi.
Because it's so funny. I know exactly that because people start sitting down and just like
and they start following you. If they want you, they'll follow you. If you go into the sauna, they'll follow you. Like, so I sit there and literally these men are like sitting down, like look, going into the water. I'm literally looking like blinking at everyone. I'm like shaking. I'm nervous. So I look at everyone and I'm like, I literally like I think I go like and I like look down and then one of them's like, what's your name? And then I'm like, I don't think I said my real name. Guys, if there's one thing about me when I was in like my hoe era, I would always say my name was JP. Oh, if any of my like old hookups see this, they're like, I fucking knew it because
I fucking knew JP.
I'd always say it was JP, like that was my nickname. So I was like JP, and they're like, oh JP, where? And when this other guy's like, where are you from? I was like, I'm from LA, like trying to put out that narrative. And then they're like, oh my gosh, fresh meat, whatever. So obviously,
like, fresh meat,
I'm not gonna do anything. I kind of got a little bit uncomfortable because as the 6 of those or 8 of those people were in, or 25 of them, like I'm like dragging.
Yeah.
As like those people were in there, more people started coming nearby, and everybody wanted to be a part of this conversation. I was like, okay, I don't know what I just did, but respectfully, I love it. No, I'm kidding.
You're like, oh my god.
No, I like don't know what I did, but I like so I got up and went to the sauna. I'm like, if you want me, come and get me. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. Now that I'm talking about it, it's very easy to be like, that's what the narrative could have been, but that's not what the narrative was. Like, obviously, like there was like the enticement there, but I like. It's fucking illegal to fucking just like, well, I don't know what's going on in this country. I don't know what's going on in this state, but I assume it's illegal to fucking hook up with people in public. I don't know. So I obviously knew that. So I went to the sauna, was literally big chilling in there. There was some music in there, like closing my eyes. Once again, guys, I want to say, I'm like literally trying to count because I remember every single person's face. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It was literally maybe like 10 to 15 people were now in the sauna. 10 to 15 people were now in the sauna, right? So there was this one person, this really, really attractive person, this like 30-year-old, like super fucking attractive, like fit, like oh my gosh, like super attractive person. Like, yeah.
Oh, this is so funny.
No, yeah. So, and they are now in here, and they're like on the opposite side of the sauna, and like here I am, literally sitting in the sauna, like. So once again, what do? I look around, I look at that person, I go. And I walk out.
Oh my gosh. I don't know where this is going.
Anyways,
bitch.
Anyway, so I made it very obvious that, what was happening. I went to the other sauna. I wasn't going to do anything, guys, like, obviously, but I just wanted the narrative of, like, being, like, hi, like, talking to someone, like, I don't know. So I went into sauna. they didn't go back. They didn't follow me. Like, they did not follow me.
Dang it.
My ego was like killed. And I was at that point, I was like, I've been here for like 35 minutes, and my mom is probably upstairs. Like, what the fuck is my son doing down there? So I left, and everyone kind of noticed I left, but I left. Guys, again, I didn't notice anything that was going on in there. I just noticed the following. I noticed that type of situation. Nobody was. I didn't see anyone even kiss. You know, it was just people were in there. There were more rooms that I had not discovered yet, but I was not in there. So as I'm leaving this sauna to go back to my parents, just like you, I walk by a room where I see everyone inside having an orgy. Like, literally everyone inside having an orgy. Yeah. And I was like, and you can literally see like hands on the fog, and you can see like the craziest. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I walked out of there so fast. Oh, I need to get, okay. I walked out of there so fast. But what I realized is that there was a man like standing right at the door of like the orgy room or whatever. So that every time that cleaner, the guy who told me like, oh, like, have you been here before? Because he was a cleaner. Apparently, he would come around every hour and like mop the floors and sweep everything. Yeah. So whenever he would come into the room, the one person at the front would say something to where everybody would stop, and like they would all sit and like put towels on their dicks or something, like to act like nothing was happening. Because I think people know, but I don't know, honestly. So everybody would stop right when he'd walk in. So right as I was walking out, I saw the guy was walking in, and I saw the guy like say something. He signaled everybody, and everybody stopped, and I saw it. It was very obvious. So me acting like I'm walking away, but I'm like, oh, I saw everyone put towels in. I saw way too much to just be walking, whatever. Yeah. So I went back upstairs, and my mom was drunk as fuck. My cousin was drunk as fuck, and that's when my mom did not give a fuck. She was like floating on a fucking raft, like, you know, living her best life. Yeah. And I went to my cousin. I was like, bitch, and she's like, wow. I was like, but like, is it like this in the girls' bathroom? She's like, no, what the fuck? She's like, damn, I want to go back in there. Like, if it's like that, I want, because my cousin's bi. So she's like, I want to fucking go in there. Yeah. I said, bitch, I don't know, try. Like, did you guys go to the shower room? And they're like, no, they didn't make us. So I was like, go into the shower room then. Yeah. So, guys, we're so stupid. So she went down there, and then she came back up like 10 minutes later. She's like, bitch, there was nothing. There was like a grandma in there, like on her fucking like wheelchair, like thing going into the water. Like, you know how you can like press the button and go down? She's like, there was nothing in there. So I was like, oh, that's so weird. But bitch, I literally just saw people fucking in the room. I saw everyone was trying to follow me. There was this big ass like bodybuilder, and they're like doing all this crazy shit, you know, like I fucking me. And she's like, what the fuck? Did you need to go back down there? Like, you need to have sex? I'm like, girl, no. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. And guys, what I also need to point out is that men that I saw down there in there being obviously gay as fuck, which as they should, or not as they should. It's going to be bad to say the next thing. They were just being gay as fuck. But they were then upstairs with their wife and their kids. Oh, like, it was bad, bitch. Like, there was people like,
I didn't realize. Okay, I know about it, but it's like so much more common than we like.
It's so common. Guys, think about it. Like, a lot of the population is closeted. Yeah, it's so bad, obviously, but they need to fucking like express themselves in some way, and unfortunately, that's one of the only ways, or one of the ways. And yeah, so there was hella people upstairs with their kids and with their family doing all this and that, and then they would be down there like 5 minutes later with like their drink like in the fucking jacuzzi. I'm like, y'all are fucking, like, it was fucking weird, you know? And that's when I realized, like, oh, this is giving scary shit. But I only gave a fuck about that one person who was, like, 6'5", muscular as fuck, like, well, I don't, like, now I, like, couldn't get attracted actually to that person or anything, but just because, like, that was such a different part of my life where it was, like, a stranger could get me attracted. Like, I can't get attracted to a stranger like that. But, it was definitely a moment. So my cousin was like, go back down. I was describing the guy to her and everything. So after like probably like 2 more hours of being with my family, I was really honestly very good with it. Like, I wasn't like, you know, being in that situation, you'd honestly kind of want to always be down there. Like, you like want to see what's going on. But I was not like that. Like, it was fun to pop in and pop out. Exactly. So like 2 hours later, I went back down. The guy was still there, which is honestly like a red flag. Like, bitch, why are you so fucking desperate? But honestly, I didn't know what he was doing. He didn't follow. I don't know what was going on. Yeah. So right when I walked in, I just went to the shower, which were in the corners. Nobody was there. It's like a lone shower, and I showered because I felt gross being in like there was like hundreds of people in the pool upstairs. Like, it was just giving gross vibes. I also like had just used the bathroom, so I like took a shower. Bitch, tell me why. You guys don't get fucking horny now. Yes, bitch. I was literally facing this way, right? Oh my gosh, not my Celsius. Okay, I was facing like this, facing at the wall, showering, right? Yeah. Showering, doing my own thing. There was music playing as there's like a little cubicle involved, so there's like a wall, so nobody can see me. I can't see anyone. I'm showering, whatever. Then I see this figure walk behind me. And I hear the shower directly behind me turn on.
Bitch.
Keep in mind, guys, you cannot see anybody in the showers unless you go to the one directly behind them, and there was 15 to 20 ones available. So I was like, oh gosh, this could either be that guy or this could be a fucking grandpa.
Yeah.
So I turn around slowly and I see this man standing right in front of me pumping the pump.
Oh my god.
Like 5 feet in front of me, and I'm just like,
you're like, oh my god, bitch. You're like, I'm ready.
And I was like, so I literally, in that moment, I obviously was insanely attracted to that situation.
Yeah.
But I was terrified. So I was fucking terrified. And this is honestly one of my biggest, no, it's not a regret at all. But in the moment, it was a regret because I obviously like knew he was attractive, but I couldn't get myself. I wasn't at that place in my life.
Yeah.
Like I was obviously feeling a lot of anxiety. So he's just right in front of me, like biting his lip and shit. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I immediately like, I look at him and I'm like, I'm sorry. And I leave and I turn off the thing and I leave. And guys, literally, okay, so right where I was in the showers, the exit was like across the thing. And I kind of wanted to just like have a moment alone for 1 second.
Yeah.
So I immediately like turned into like the first sauna that I found because a lot of them were empty, you know?
Yeah.
So I turned into the first sauna, and right as I walk in, there's a whole jerk circle, like a huge jerk circle just going on in there. And then everyone like looks at me and like, yeah, come in, come join, come in, come join. So then I was like, ooh. So then I went in and I joined and I came on all their faces. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No. So then I literally walked out and I left.
Oh
well, I walked out, got my stuff, and I left.
It is overstimulating, huh?
No, that's why I'm saying I understood that you didn't do anything because it's like it could be a hot situation, but we're fucking young. We're not used to this shit. Exactly. Like, what the fuck is going on? I was literally so young. Yeah. So, like, it was a vibe. So it was a cool little bisexual gay fantasy to have, but I'm not the fantasy.
Yeah.
I live for the fantasy, but I'm not the fantasy.
I just remembered something that you're going to laugh.
Whoa.
So, at the bath, what is it? Bathhouse?
Yeah.
The bathhouse. I was like, there was this decent guy.
Yeah.
He was pretty decent, but it was like not for me, like giving very much twink and I just can't with an air.
Yeah.
So it was me and my friend and then like that guy from the bathhouse. So we go into the jacuzzi and then I was still uncomfortable. I was still like, bitch, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So my little comfort, what I do for comfort is obviously SZA. Bitch, I asked him, I was like, oh, what's your favorite artist? He was like, oh, like, we started saying some artists. I'm like, do you listen to SZA? And he was like, yeah. And then fucking my friend was like, oh, we should sing SZA. We start singing Kill Bill
in the fucking jacuzzi of the bathhouse. You guys start acoustic singing Kill Bill.
No, and then he was like, oh my god, this is gonna be so.
Keep in mind, these bitches are in a group chat with this girl.
No,
they're the biggest fans.
No, so the guy, he started being like harmonizing or something. He was like, I might kill my ex, and I
that was good.
Oh, bitch, I know,
you
right?
just okay, I can do it too.
No, bitch. So he literally starts bringing out, and I start crying, laughing because I'm like, what is going on?
And you're literally junkies too.
Yes. So and then we started singing Kill Bill. We sang Kill Bill in the.
Did you guys take it seriously?
Huh?
Did you guys take it seriously?
I was laughing. I couldn't keep singing because I was dying of laughter. Because then some guy, the old guy with his like family. He starts walking and he's like, doom, with his big doom. I was like, oh, what I get myself into is so funny. So he sits down and he's like, oh, you guys are good singers. And I was like, oh, what is going on?
Bitch. That's actually really fucking funny. That's giving exactly like we already have chaotic things happen to us, but then it's like that one SNL skit inside of the thing that happens where like, bitch, let's be so fun. Like the Uber driver talking about Grindr, now this man singing like SZA with you. Like there's always one step more that it has to take.
It was so hilarious. I was a lot, bitch. If you were there, we would have been dying. Yeah, it was so funny.
No, I would never go to. Well, first of all, would never go to a bathhouse again. Second of all, I didn't even want to go. That was fully out of my control.
Yeah.
And third, I could never go with one of my friends or anybody that I know ever. And that's why I'm saying like I would never go in WeHo because I feel like all these bitches would like. Well, first of all, I would not go. But if I were to go, I feel like people would be like, "Oh, it's Pablo. Oh, this isn't Pablo. No, that's Pablo." Like all this weird shit, and I like don't need that narrative. Oh, imagine that'd be so fucking scary.
But then I had a wholesome moment afterward in Mexico.
Yeah, so you went to Mexico afterwards for a week, right?
Yeah. What I'm gonna tell you next, bitch, you're gonna be shook.
What?
So I went to Mexico. We had gotten there. I was trying to find this club that I found on TikTok. It was kind of like the beaches of like Mexico.
I just know Oscar was looking up best gay clubs in like bitch, wherever you were.
Mexico, yeah. So I was like looking, and then I found this club that was popping, and then I see this guy. like 6'1".
That smile.
I was like,
You're giving Indiana Marie.
He's like,
Guys, that's a whole different thing. Okay.
but I see this guy. He's built, bitch. Like built. I see him on.
I still go.
Like built as fuck.
Really?
So I go up to him because I couldn't
Wait,
find.
like stronger than me or?
Oh, stronger than you, bitch. Like literally, like more muscles.
I-
You're like, okay, what the
Like
fuck?
relax.
So I go up to him and I was like, hey, like I'm looking for this club. Like, could you help me? And I was like being all fucking, you know. And then he was like, oh yeah, I was actually about to go there. Like, can I come with you guys? And then Javier was like, bitch, just go get it. And I was like, okay.
Javier's one for the gays. I love him.
So we start walking. The best night of my life.
Really?
3 stories. There was like the top story was like dubstep, kind of like doo doo.
Yeah.
The second one was like more like beaches music.
Yeah.
The bottom floor was all Latin music.
Okay.
It was so fun, and we literally spent the whole night there. Or the Airbnb that we got was so big to the point where me and Javier had like our own section of the house, so I didn't feel afraid to like bring someone over.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, like where
You brought the guy back?
I brought the guy back.
Oh, and you got fucked?
Huh?
You got fucked?
No, we just made out.
Okay.
Because I was like, nah, I'm not trying to catch anything. But then again, I
Well,
wasn't sure.
for the thumbnail, I mean, like for the podcast, say I got fucked.
I got fucked in Mexico.
Literally, yeah.
And then I
We're
was
so
like,
bad.
So yeah, it was cute. Then he was like, oh, I can't stay much longer because then my parents are gonna start asking where I am. And I was like, oh, I completely understand. That's why we didn't end up doing anything. So he ended up leaving. The next morning, bitch, he texts me. He's like, do you want to go get breakfast? Woo! We go get breakfast, bitch. And he picked me up in his fucking motorcycle, bitch.
No
I swear.
way.
Bitch.
No way.
Javier has a video of us.
No way.
I'll show you the video that Javier recorded of us driving away in the motorcycle.
No way. Oscar, you literally attract the most passionate men.
No, literally. And he picks me up in a motorcycle. He's like, oh, you can wear my helmet. And I was like, oh.
No way.
Here, my little twink self. I was like, okay.
So you put on it like the little half helmets, the ones like that are like right here.
Yes.
No way.
It was so cute. And then we go get breakfast. And I was supposed to meet up with my cousin a little bit later.
So you didn't go for like anything other than existing with family?
Yeah,
and stuff?
just existing with family.
Like you could do your own thing if you wanted, yeah.
So I literally had gone, and then it was so cute. We went to go like this really cute like restaurant in Mexico. It was like very high end. It was
Guys,
very
Oscar is the funniest person. Like,
No,
what are
bitch.
you talking about?
It was so cute. And then I met up with my cousins later, and I was like, oh, like, and then he was still there, and I was like, oh, did you want to come with us? Because we were supposed to go to like this place called like Coyoacán.
What is it?
It's like the city.
Okay.
It's like right near Mexico City. And then he was like, oh, it's fine. Like you can go with your family. It's fine. And then my cousin was like, oh, like just come. Like my girlfriend's here too, so that way you're not by your like. It could be like a double date.
Yeah.
Bitch, we go. Literally, me and my cousin and like his girlfriend, and then my like little thing.
Oscar always finds a plus one.
Yeah, so here am I in fucking Mexico with this guy, and he bought me flowers.
Wow.
I don't know if you saw my Instagram post with the flowers.
Bitch, you're so funny.
And he got me flowers.
Yeah, I love that for you. What was his name? Will he ever know?
I can't do name drop here.
Okay, wait. What's his name? I need to know. What? You said that so
bitch.
loud.
I know, I'm like.
Okay. The name was Miguel. Sorry.
I'm like, sorry.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm like, name drop.
Okay. Oh, wow. You've already had one of those before. One
Yeah.
of those names before.
But this one was way better.
Okay, T. Wait, I love that. So did you guys go out? You guys went out together that night, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys like kiss, dance, or nothing? Or was it more like wholesome vibes?
It was like more wholesome vibes kind of thing.
And then you guys made out at the end?
Yeah. It was kind of sad though, because I'm like, go back. Because he's like, oh, you're definitely not from here, because I can hear your accent.
Oh, wow. He's like, tú no puedes hablar español.
I know. It was so embarrassing.
That's
And
always
then-
the worst.
And I was like, oh, I'm from like LA. And he was like, oh, like, well, I live here. So I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Well, cut to last podcast when Oscar was sad about the last relationship.
I'm like,
But that's what I'm saying. No matter what, bitch, like you literally will always attract a passionate, loving person. That's just who you are. Like
Yeah.
it's always something. Like the last one knew that you were lactose intolerant, and this one picked you up on a motorcycle. Like it's
Yeah.
never in the fucking middle.
yeah.
So I think that's iconic of you.
No, it was
Love
sweet
that,
too.
especially in Mexico. Like everyone who doesn't have a current love story. I always need to be clear, guys, because I don't want anyone. I don't want.
Yeah.
I'm literally in a relationship, so when I talk like this, it's like I can talk about it because I'm secure with it.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like everybody deserves like a fucking foreign love story. If you guys don't have like your love story, like you know, if you can't find anyone in the U.S., find them in fucking Mexico, bitch.
Yeah.
Like everyone, there's so many people out there. So never feel like you're alone or you're not gonna find someone in this world, and never feel like you're not enough in this world of constant motion. and just be
Yeah.
secure and confident with your
Bitch!
identity.
Oh my bitch, turning
For a
into, like,
second, I feel like you thought I was being
I
serious.
know. I was like, wait a
And
second.
Oscar was like looking at me. I'm like, well, I am, but
Yeah.
at the same, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, cute Mexico
Yeah.
story.
That's what I'm saying. That's what everything that's been going on.
Are you
And
gonna go back ever soon?
well, I want to go to the end of February because that's when I have another vacation.
Yeah, end of February is literally in 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. But I look want to go, and then my cousins had invited me, so I was
Yeah,
like,
I feel like there's such like what is it called, like a Roman Empire moment, or like a, I don't know what it's specifically called, but like everybody goes to that. Everybody goes through that moment where like, or I feel like Latinos or people that come from different countries or people just express different backgrounds, like where you can get to a point where you visit back your homeland. And once you get there, you realize that it's not as well. That's not true. There's so many difficulties for people that can't just do it. But the people that can do it, I'm talking about, like you have passports, whatever.
yeah,
Like it is pretty easy to just go back and see your family, go back to
yeah,
see your roots.
exactly.
It's not the hardest thing. You can spend $500 in 3 weeks at WEO, or you can spend $500 on a flight to see your family and get back to your roots.
Exactly.
So I feel like everybody goes through that like core era moment, or like the core event where you go back to see your family, you go back to your like homeland country, and then you realize, oh, I can do this more, and then you start going back a lot more often.
Yeah.
I feel like I see that with a lot of my friends, and
No, literally.
that was me with Colombia. I went once, and then I went again, and now I probably want to go again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see
It
that.
just because it sucks with my cousin that I went to visit.
Yeah,
It would always be me, him, and Delay.
yeah. And now it's you, him, July, and now plus one.
A bitch. No, literally, but we like, grew up together, and it wasn't until like my aunt and my uncle got divorced. My uncle who lives here.
Name drop, boom.
No, literally, and then so they ended up getting separated, and they took my cousin. Yeah,
Mexico?
they took Mexico. So me and Delay literally like we stopped like, but we would be like us three like
That's the one you posted.
yeah.
That's cute.
We would always be like together. But
Yeah,
then
I
once he
get
goes
that.
back, it was just like it just
get that.
sucks because like we never got to see him. Like,
Ugh,
growing
like grow up or
it'd be
anything.
it'd be literally every other like 6 years.
And like you guys now grew up such different lives
Yeah,
because he grew up there, you grew up here, and it is a very big difference,
he
even
used to
though
live
it's over there.
here. Like literally, like
Oh, he did.
it would be like I would live here, then I would live like 2 minutes away, and then my other cousin would live like 2 minutes away. So
Yeah.
we'd always be together.
I get that.
To
Yeah,
the point where now we're just like we see him like every other like 6 years.
yeah,
And has trouble like getting his visa and everything. So it's just like because it's difficult as fuck getting a visa.
yeah.
to
It
come over
is.
Here.
No, it really is, guys. People have to go through so much things. Like my mom just got her citizenship the other day, or like 2 weeks ago, and she was like crying, so happy. I was like, "Girl, America, not that fucking serious.
Yeah.
Like, girl, what you crying for?" Like, but then I get it. Like, it's the fucking American dream. Like, she worked her whole life to do it, and it's such a privilege for me to even not. It's a privilege for me to be like, "Why are you crying?"
Yeah.
Like, literally, people are fucking crying because they went through a lot of hard work,
Yeah.
and I feel like that was a good moment for me to experience. And no, you're right. It takes a lot of work. So to be able to like see your family and then have to leave them, like it's like I'll come back when I can come back, but you can't come back.
Yeah.
You know, like
It
you
just
can't come
makes it,
see
like,
me.
Makes you feel grateful for like being growing up here.
Yeah, for
you know?
sure. Like there are a lot. Well, there are good things about America. Sometimes I literally always have trouble finding them, but I know there are.
I swear.
Like
come
I
on.
swear there are. Like there's a reason why everyone wants to come here, right? I don't fucking know.
Right? The American dream.
Right? No, literally, guys. But okay, I get that. And okay, so that's your like little cute Mexico story.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was,
I see
like,
that.
cute, right? It was like very like.
No,
and
it's
I was-
very like it's giving like Lizzie McGuire movie. Like you
and
know what
that's
that is?
why I was not on my phone because there was so much going on.
Bitch, I need one of those moments. That's why I fear that I'm gonna take like an impulsive trip to Hawaii next week or something. Like I don't know. I keep saying Hawaii, but it's just because I love Hawaii. I know so much about there. I've been there so many times, so I feel more comfortable there. But honestly, I'm down to fucking go wherever. I think, bitch, I'm about to like. I think I really see it that when I'm 23, I'm gonna move to Hawaii.
You should.
Like I think 22 is like my last full year in LA. Honestly,
Yeah.
like I'm LA'd the fuck out, and I know people have been. Well, I say that now,
I
but
mean, it's true.
I want to be a model. My new thing is to be a model. Like I want to be a model. I will be a model, and I like that narrative because my whole life I've always been yapping on the internet. I've always been talking, screaming, yelling. My personality is always the thing that's being put out there, which I fuck with. You know, I like that. It's a really awesome moment to have. But sometimes, you know, I want to feel good for my looks. Too. Like, you know, like I always feel ugly on the exterior and I feel more confident inside.
Yeah.
But I'd like to kind of express that to my exterior. And I feel like through modeling, like that'll happen. And I've been getting so many cool opportunities with modeling, bitch. Like I literally put modeling on my vision board last week. And now I have 2 new modeling opportunities that have already
That was
happened.
really cool.
Like,
Two really big brands too.
Yeah, like 2 really big brand guys. Like I won't say, well, first of all, it's only one big brand essentially, but the first brand, so basically guys, this goes back to the other night when I was out with Jordan and Jay. Literally I was drunk as fuck outside. I was outside like just like doing whatever I was doing, And I had been in talks with this small brand, like a very brand new brand. They make cool like t-shirts like this, and they were kind of like, "Oh, I would love for you to be the model, for my brand. I think you have a good look." Blah blah blah. They have a lot of followers on Instagram. That's one thing, but also they do a lot of really cool editorial shoots. They work with Fashion Nova. They work with Sorella Boutique. They work with all these big billboards. They have like 3 current billboards on Melrose Boulevard right now in like Hollywood, which
Oh,
is
for
my
real?
dream. Yeah, that's why
Oh,
literally
shit.
like I said yes one because I'm trying to say yes to more things and trying to get into my modeling era, but two because it's important to note that people have really cool experiences and making those connections can never hurt. And he literally has had so many billboards. So I was like, okay, like maybe if I do him a favor, one day if he needs a model for a billboard in LA, he can hit me up, you know?
Yeah.
And also like I know that I want to get more into modeling, and it's a little unrealistic to be like, "Oh, I might fucking get Burberry tomorrow. I'm gonna get Prada tomorrow." Like, no, bitch, you have to get in front of a professional camera first, you
Exactly.
know.
Yeah.
And you know, like most times when I take pictures, I'm like, "Oscar, take a picture. Like, go lower, go higher. Lewis, can you please grab my digital camera? Take a picture. Jordy, can you take a picture?" Like, it's more like quick 5 minute moment things. They come out iconic,
Yeah.
but they're not like professional. So this was like my first professional shoot, and honestly it was such a good experience. Like I have never worked on a professional set with a director, a creative director, a photographer, an assistant, another model. We had a whole studio set out. It was literally a big white studio with big windows looking over all of downtown LA with all these different like cameras and backdrops and lights. Like it wasn't the most chaotic professional well, it was professional, but it wasn't the most like big moment. But for me, like I'm always telling somebody what to do with the camera to get a good picture, and I really appreciated finally being what's told to do.
Yeah.
Like I appreciated like getting that advice and being like, put your head lower, move your arm out to make it look bigger, extend your leg out to make you look taller, instead of fucking going on FaceApp and stretching out those fucking biceps. Like
Yeah.
fucking just move your arm a little bit to the right.
Yeah.
And it was so cool. The model that I worked with is like a really big model. She has like 100K followers. She's like one of like this is like I don't know if it's a flex, but she's like one of Sheen's biggest models. Like I don't fucking know.
Like I don't know.
Like it's cool to like work that professionally. So I also learned that there's 2 different types of modeling. There's ecom and there's campaign, I think. Well, there's probably more, but this is what we did.
Yeah.
And then ecom is the more like product shots where you're just standing, like cute little product shots. And then campaign is more like with the backdrops and the crazy things. Like I was doing this one thing with like a bag where I was like walking in the air and like it was really cool. There was a fan on me. It was honestly iconic. Like it was giving very iconic. And it was my first photo shoot. And I just had the best time. I met the best people. Also, the people that were on set was the photographer for Fashion Nova and the social media outreach for Fashion Nova. So when I was talking to them, they were all laughing at my jokes and everything. One of them was like, "Yeah, I do social media outreach at Fashion Nova." I was like, "Oh my gosh, get me a fucking brand deal, please! I'm begging." And he's like, "I actually could." I was like, "Wait, really?" He's like, "Yeah, I can just tell the girls." Like, yeah, definitely. Like, what's your following? And I told him my following. He's like, "Oh, perfect. Like, yeah, it's perfect." So, like, oh my gosh, no way. So at the end, he's like, "Oh, can I get your contact information so we can do that?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I don't know if it's in set, but I do have a Fashion Nova
Oh my
deal.
God.
It's a Fashion Nova men
Yeah.
deal. It's giving like when like they try on like the Fashion Nova men stuff, and then they're like, "Yeah, use my code, whatever." But I don't
But
know.
even that, anything just works, you know.
Anything. Also, if I don't get it, which I will because I'm a magnet to my wildest dreams, it's still cool to. It's just a valid thing to know that even if it's not the biggest experience, the biggest opportunity out there, an opportunity will get you another opportunity that can be your biggest one. And
Exactly.
I've learned that through LA so much. Literally, guys, like that has been my biggest thing. I met one friend who referred me to a casting director who got me in a Travis Scott music video, who then got me in the World Cup music video, who that like it just goes and goes. There's always that one person.
Yeah.
And I feel like I forgot that. Like I kind of lost my LA spark in me, kind of being like, why the fuck am I here? Because I'm always like, get ready for me to be wholesome. Like, let's make an acai bowl. Like, like,
Okay.
but before I used to be like, get ready for me to go to music video. Get ready for me to go act. Get ready with me to hustle. Like, and I kind of feel like I got that back into me from that shoot. And then I also have a really big, cool shoot coming up, hopefully. Well, they reached out. They said they want me to model for them, which is crazy. I've been manifesting, I feel like, this brand for a while. It's basically like,
Me looking at your calendar to see which one it is.
yeah, no, it's not on there yet because they haven't fucking responded to me, but we've been in contact. And basically, I don't know if I should say it just because I don't want to put any like the energy out there, but it's a really cool, iconic brand that is more so iconic for the boys and for the gays and for all that, right? Kind of more so.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's like a big moment. Like seeing you on that page is like, oh, he's a he's a blank boy.
Yeah.
Like he's one of those boys. And
No, because he's like Pablo's like very coded to that brand.
Yeah, to that brand. Like I've been honestly like
I could already see you on that.
Yeah, me too. And it's so cool because they are professional. They are iconic.
Yeah.
They have photo shoots. They have sets. They have clothes. They have lighting. Everything. They have the followers, the likes, the pull.
Yeah.
You know, and the what is it? The owner of it DM me. He didn't DM me on the account. He DM me from his owner account, which is even bigger. Like
Yeah.
he's this whole personality in LA, and I'm like, holy fuck. So even guys, I know I'll get it. Fingers crossed. I'm a magnet to my wildest dreams, but at the same time, even to be thought about is crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy, and it's honestly nice. Like, you know, I've been putting a lot of energy into modeling. Like Lewis has been kind of getting annoyed with me because like every other day I'm like, I have a new creative idea. Like, can we please like shoot this? Like, can you please help me like execute it? And he's like, yeah, you know, but Lewis isn't getting anything from it.
Yeah.
He's just taking pictures, and you know,
Yeah.
it can be annoying sometimes because I'm like a perfectionist, and I get
Yeah.
that. But an example of that is the other night, bitch. Like literally at 9:30 p.m., I was feeling depressed as fuck. I was like, I need to be creative right now. What can I do that's creative? So I thought of an idea. I was like, okay, I want to put rhinestones on my fucking
I saw
body.
that was
And
so funny.
I want to put rhinestones on my body,
Yeah.
and I want to take an iconic picture with them. So I looked up online rhinestones near me at 9:30 p.m. at night on a Wednesday in LA. I saw the only place to get rhinestones was at Target, and there was one left at one store in Beverly Hills, 22 minutes away. So guys, at 9:30, I got in my car, booked it to there, got there within 10 minutes, bought the rhinestones, left, came home, put them on, and took the most iconic pictures. And let's say they got more than 5,000 likes on Instagram. So they fucking ate. Like, guys,
Yeah.
it really pulled, and people really see that. And I can tell that people really fuck with my creative concepts. And even the photographer at the place the other day, he was like, oh, like, do you just think of things and then do them? I was like, yeah, like, if I think of it, I'll do it right away, like, always. And he's like, keep on to that. Don't stop that. Because I used to be like that when I was your age. And now I'm 28 and I work and I have this and I have that. And it's harder to be able to take the time to act on your creative things. Because most times, creative ideas are always successful. It's just about executing them. Creative ideas is one part about a successful idea. It's creating plus executing. And a lot of people forget to do that. And that's like kind of gotten me into that little era. Bitch, I'm just like so happy to be in it again.
I'm proud of you. That was like that's very like kind.
Yeah, I know I just went off, but literally modeling is like my new thing, and I feel like also obviously social media, YouTube, podcast.
That you've been posting on Instagram were really good.
Yeah, like I've like taken my Instagram to a whole new thing. Like instead of like obviously, guys, it's important to live your moments and be like, oh, just take a cute picture of me here randomly. But it's also important to take time to take pictures, take that time to put in the effort to grow your account. Yeah, and like I don't know, so that's been my little social media narrative. I don't know. I've kind of been like back into. I've been posting more. I've been posting every day, which is kind of good, even if I don't perform as well as I'd want to. Guys, literally, hear this, ready? Imperfect consistency is way more effective than perfect inconsistency. And let's just be fucking for real. So you putting more things out there to show yourself, to show you're putting in that effort, instead of being a perfectionist and only putting one thing out every month, it's going to be way more beneficial if you show the growth, you show the little, you know, you show who you are as a person growing through all that and like figuring it out. So that's kind of what I've been putting into my head. That's
good though. I feel like that's how we are with the podcast too.
Mm-hmm. We do it a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know if you want to talk about it, but I want to hear about it.
What?
I
forgot about that.
What I saw.
What you saw?
Like what I saw that made me want to bring it up to you.
Yes, but you can't say names, idea. Like, don't bring up that person. Like, they're gonna know if you know, you know. But don't. I don't want to give this person anything.
Okay.
Well, I'm not like being an asshole and like, but it's too far now.
So.
Oh wait, this is gonna be hard.
No, it's gonna be easy.
Okay.
So. Pablo obviously has Boy Virgo, and he makes necklaces and very like kind. I have my necklace. Usually I have my necklace on me, but I literally just got back from Mexico, so. But so, wait, this is kind of hard to like say without like.
Yeah. I mean,
honestly, just things started like arising on TikTok, which threw me off a little bit because it's like, you know, it's shame.
I thought we were all friends.
Yeah, I thought we were all friends. So this person that we had like friendships with before started helping like someone who used to shame Pablo's necklace company, which is just like
okay. Well, let's just like get more into specifics then, I guess, because now you just like fucking, you know, whatever. Okay, so Oscar, he saw somebody was on live talking about a narrative about me, you know? And it wasn't too bad. It was just, I think it was like a name drop, right?
Yeah.
They were like, oh, don't bring that person up.
Yeah.
Right? Or was it that?
Yeah,
or I don't
kinda
know.
like that,
Okay, so like, because some people, okay, guys, so basically, I made a friend in LA. I was really close with them. I trusted them. I respected them. We hung out a lot, and I really was a good person to this person, I feel like. Basically, things got complicated through us both having relationships. It's always hard to have a friendship with a guy, especially when there's gay relationships involved, because things always get sticky. I understand, but we were never sexual, never like nothing like that. We were just friends. So basically, should I talk about the whole like experience of it all? Like, I don't know. Okay, guys. So basically, I'll just say it. One night,
oh my god.
name drop, boom. Okay, guys. No. So basically, one night, me and Oscar went to an event, influencer event. Cool. A lot of drama happened that night surrounding the event. You guys already know. We don't need to get into it. No hate, no beef, no drama, but also not lying. Was never lying. So this friend that was with us was also friends with we were all friends. We were all cool. You know, we were all meeting. It was all good. So this night, this person got very drunk, started being very crazy, blacked out, throwing up everywhere, being crazy, being chaotic, the most insane situation ever, throwing up on me all over my clothes, whatever, whatever. But it got even worse because we were on a party bus with like all these influencers and everything, and they were throwing up like crazy all over the floor, all over the bus, which it's not the biggest deal, guys. Everybody goes through that. But I was taking care of this person because it's my fucking friend. Hello. So I was the one getting yelled at by everyone. I was the one taking all the heat because he was blacked out, which I understand. That's not the problem. But guys, that night, his boyfriend was like calling him like crazy. I didn't know. Nobody ever knew. I think he left his phone in your car or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, he didn't even have his phone, and his boyfriend was calling him like crazy. And I had no idea. I literally had no idea. I was just taking care of my friend, trying to get him to a safe, comfortable situation. I don't know who your boyfriend is. I'm not friends with your boyfriend. I don't know anything. I'm just here to take care of you. We're also not even best friends. I'm your friend, and I'm still taking care of you as if like you're my brother.
Yeah.
So I was taking care of him like crazy. Oscar was on his way to pick us up because Oscar needed to get his car to pick us up from where we were with the party bus, whatever, because we couldn't be there any longer. It was too much. It was too chaotic. So as Oscar's on the way, Oscar sees that. Can you cut that part out?
Yeah.
Just that one part out.
Okay.
Okay. Shit! Just cut that one part out and like
Okay.
cut the name in my mouth out. Okay.
Okay.
So, oh shit, that scared me, bitch.
Oh, come on.
We're so close.
Oh, no.
Okay, so this guy's calling him like crazy. Nobody knows. Oscar finally gets there and is like, hey, your boyfriend's calling you like crazy. He's like blacked out. So I'm like, oh my gosh, let me call his boyfriend, let him know what's going on. So I answer the phone. I'm like, hi, oh my gosh, like I'm so sorry. Like, we didn't have his phone, but he's a little drunk right now. And he's like, what the fuck? Where's my fucking boyfriend? What the fuck are you guys doing with my boyfriend, you fucking weirdos? And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, your boyfriend's literally blacked out. I'm taking care of him right now. What are you talking about? He's like, what the fuck are you doing with my boyfriend? Who knows what the fuck you're doing with my boyfriend right now? He's fucking drunk. He has no awareness, implying that I'm taking advantage of his boyfriend. That point, that like pissed me off. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, relax. I'm really taking care of him. What else do you want me to do right now? He's like, why didn't you fucking call me? Why didn't you tell me that it's so inconsiderate? I'm his boyfriend. You're not. I should be there with him right now. You shouldn't. I'm like, I have no idea who you are. You're fucking crazy. Stop. Remember, that's when I was on the phone. I was like, you're such a fucking weirdo. Stop fucking yelling at me. And then I hung up. And then I said, like, we're going home. I'm dropping him off. You can see him there. And I hung up. And then he calls again. I'm like, what? And he's like, don't fucking bring him anywhere. I'm on my way to fucking where you are. Da-da-da-da. I'm like, well, we're already leaving. Fuck you. I hang up. On the way back, he's texting like crazy, calling like crazy, calling me every fucking word in the book, calling me broke, saying that I have nothing without this person, saying that this person made me. Y'all, I fucking met this person 7 months ago. I've been on social media for fucking 4 to 5 years. Like, let's be so fucking for real. So like they just kept throwing all these things out at me, like jabs, and I was trying to be so calm, so collected, but I was so confused as to why this person was being so fucking disrespectful to someone who's only taking care. I understand, guys. Your boyfriend's out, you worry. Your boyfriend's out, you get anxiety. You know, that's valid, that's notable, but don't take it out on the friends. That's so weird. And also he kept saying like, why wouldn't you call? You're so disrespectful. Bitch, I don't know you. I have no idea who you are. I've never known. What are you talking about? So that was something that was very, very weird for me. And I was trying to keep it cool. But they kept going. So I literally said, we were 10 minutes from the house. And I said, keep that fucking attitude and I will fucking beat your ass. So make sure to be outside. And I hang up, right?
Yeah.
And I get that's aggressive. You're poking for how fucking long, bro? Like, fucking let it go. Like, no one wants your boy. We're all here to be friends. Stop. Like, I understand. Like, I understand the anxiety. Trust me, I do. I do. But now you dragged it. You dragged it. So we get to the house. And I go to the back to pick up my friend to help him. Like, hey, we're home, we're home. He's starting to kind of get a little bit of recollection. This boyfriend busts out of the apartment complex. He's like, fucking let go of my boyfriend, you fucking freak. And I'm like, what the fuck did you just say? Fucking let go of my boyfriend. Da-da-da. Who knows what the fuck you're doing right now? What the fuck? And I was like, you're so fucking ugly. Shut the fuck up. Like, literally, I was being crazy. And then also, guys, like, I don't care. I don't really think anyone's ugly. I don't fucking care. But you're dragging it. I'm gonna drag it. We're junkies, whatever. Oscar was the only sober one because he was driving. So it was just, I was just there. Oscar was trying to mediate it, but I was like, respectfully, Oscar, shut up. Like, don't, I was like,
superhero all night.
Like, Oscar was really trying to mediate it, but I get it. So at the end of the day, guys, it's never good to react fast. It's never good to get into that. But at the end of the day, if somebody's disrespecting you so much and you don't know them, bitch, let's fucking fight. Like, not at the same time. Like, I don't want to fight. I'm not an aggressive person, but like, now I'm getting there. Like, you're pissing me off. So whatever. They ended up leaving. They were like, oh, this is what they said. I remember they're like, bye. Like, just know that we're gonna be so fucking rich and you're gonna be at the bottom. Bye. And like, they live in like a high apartment. So like, bye. We'll be looking at you from up here. Bye, broke boy. Bye. You'll have nothing. Bye. And I was like, ew, you literally. I said, let's be so fucking for real. Like, they're not the moneymaker in the situation. So I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you have nowhere to be talking from. And he's like, oh, when we're in a $22 million mansion, like, you'll be seeing us and we're going to be so fucking happy and you're going to wish. I'm like, wish what? I just took care of him all night with the most love that I had. Like, literally, I got yelled at all night. I don't care. I did it as a good deed. What? And then they left, and that was a very awkward situation for everyone. I tried to apologize. I told my friend that was involved, I was like, I would apologize because I understand. I don't want things to be sticky now where we can't hang out because of boyfriends. I understand where that could lead to. And we kept being friends for like 2 to 3 weeks after that. But then one day, guys, after literally like 5 to 10 times of this person coming to my house at 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, hanging out all morning just to talk and to be friends, and me giving them all the advice that I could and being a good friend, I really think I was. They told me one day, they're like, oh yeah, he doesn't want me to talk to you anymore. I'm sorry. So I'm going to leave. And I was like, wait, really? Because he knew how triggered I was about like friendships and people leaving, and it was just really weird and dark. So I was like, wait, really? And then from there, he never talked to me again, like never. And I didn't think we had bad blood until I heard him on live the other day. I went on live, right? I was scrolling, and by accidentally, I clicked on this person's live. And I click on it, and right when I join, I immediately get off. And they go, ew, why the fuck is Pablo on my live? Ew, what the fuck? Ugh. And then I was like, what? And they're like, ew, guys, one of my old friends and old moderators on the live, and I don't know why he's still a fucking moderator. Ew. And I was like, wait, what? And I didn't know if it was about me or not, and maybe my ego was really getting involved or something. But I had just joined the live. It said I had joined. There wasn't that many people on, and then you're immediately going to go from there. Like, I would have seen if somebody else joined, but it was obvious you were talking about me. And then people in the comments started being like, oh, is this about Pablo? Is this about Pablo? And he didn't answer. And he's like, do you guys want the cheese man? Like, who wants the tea? Who wants the tea? You know what this guy says on fucking line? He goes, all right, guys, let's give you the tea. I'm going to give you guys the tea without name dropping because I don't know. And you guys better not be screen recording out here, yada, yada, yada. But he says, verbatim, he goes, so basically, I used to be friends with this boy, right? And I met this boy, and he had a business, but he had no idea how to run a business. He has no idea anything about a business, and he needed so much help. So what did I do? I helped him. I would go live with him. I'd give him some of my supporters, yada, yada, yada. And da-da-da. But guys, let's just say that this boy was living a Kim Kardashian lifestyle, but he couldn't even pay his rent. He then goes, you guys, I paid his rent. I paid for his food. I paid for his clothes. I paid for everything for this boy, everything. And he was living a Kim Kardashian lifestyle. He said verbatim on live that he paid for my rent.
What the hell? Such
a fucking lie. Like, the biggest fucking lie out there. And guys, once again, I could be completely wrong. Completely wrong. And this is all allegedly. Well, actually, no, it's exactly what I heard. So I'm just trying to put the pieces together. But I guess allegedly or whatever, I don't know. It's not the worst thing ever, but it still sucks because it was a friend. Yeah. And then they start saying all this stuff, and it could have not been about me or whatever, but it was obvious because it was 1 second as I was on the live, and then I got off, and they were like, "Let me see if they're still on the live," and I was like watching from the distance, and they're like, "Oh, cut! Like, good guys, they're off the live, they're off." So it was obvious, you know. And then they just kept saying all this mean shit, and they're like, "I don't fuck with you, like I don't like you, this and that, this and that." I'm like, I thought we ended off on like a kind of okay note, like you know, like I didn't know I did something so bad to that extent. So I was like, okay, and then yeah, so I didn't say anything on the live. I kept watching for a little bit. But then I think that halfway through the conversation, he started getting a little bit nervous because I think people were saying Pablo. I think he like didn't want to get into too much drama. So he started like combining a bunch of other different dramas that he's had in the past and started making them seem like they were the same one to kind of throw everybody off that it wasn't me.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, okay. And then, like at that point I was like, I don't know if it's about me or not. Maybe my ego is really high, but I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry I'm hurt because I thought I had a friendship. I knew how it ended. It sucked, and I kind of tried to work with that. And then hear it be so direct on live. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I understand, guys, like what I did with the whole like boyfriend narrative. I made things more difficult. I could have not reacted, but I don't regret it, guys, because I'm a person. I deserve to react. I deserve to defend myself. And I didn't fucking touch nobody. I didn't get into a physical fight. I fucking fought with my words, and I will fucking do it again. Not to you. I don't care. There's no beef out there, but it sucks. And I think that was a really big thing because I went on live and a bunch of people were like telling me how they were on live talking about me, and then I started kind of talking about it for 1 second, and then my views started going up. I was like, wait, I don't need this drama. Like, I don't know. I feel like every time I get into slight drama when I'm telling the truth, it's always somebody saying I'm a liar. And I know people believe me or whatever with things, but it's just a lot of anxiety to have a lot of people involved.
Yeah.
So, bitch, that was it. I think it was crazy though that he said he paid my rent. Did I say something wrong?
No, I mean, yeah, it's true.
Like, I don't know. It's kind of sucky.
No, it's just like it just sucks. I mean, because it's like someone that we thought like
Yeah.
whenever do something like that, it's like damn.
Yeah. I don't know, but also like, I mean, the thing that you were bringing up in the beginning is just that like people have made fun of me for my brand a lot in the past, and people have been like, "Oh, like you need your brand to survive," like, "Oh, da 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 da." Like after I got into like after that night, guys, you know, there was a little bit of drama online, well, a lot of it of drama that whatever it happened, and you know, this person was saying, I have no beef with this person at all. Like, I don't have beef with anyone. I've seen these people in public multiple times after. We've never said anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we've never fought. So, like, whatever, we're cordial. But, you know, that those days, people were being like, oh, he did this clout for his business. Like, he wants the clout so he could sell some necklaces. You know, he needs to sell the necklaces to support his like lifestyle. What lifestyle, bitch? I'm in a 700 square foot apartment, fucking living my life hustling as I fucking should. And then, you know, now they have a brand and they have a jewelry line, which I wish nothing but the best for. It kind of like, oh, like it sucks when everybody makes fun of me for it, and like everybody in the supporter group was like, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that. But I'm like, bitch, like we all deserve to do what we love. We all deserve to do what makes us passionate, whether it's you, me, up, down. So like, let's normalize not making people feel bad for working and having their own businesses. Exactly. And just because some people make money differently than others, we all still deserve to fulfill that passion. And I'm glad that everybody can do that now. You know, that chapter's over. It's done. I've never talked about it online. A lot of people bring it up a lot, so I'm glad we finally talked about it.
Yeah, just like a good riddance or like.
Yeah, no beef, no bad blood, no drama, whatever. We're completely separated from whatever it is, and that's just where we're at. This is all alleged.
Bitch.
I'm kidding. It's literally nothing bad, but yeah. There was a lot more that I could say, but I won't.
Yeah, it was just something like, you know.
Yeah, a little moment, and I think that.
Yeah, new leaving like all things in the past.
Yeah, like this is a new exactly, and that's why you know we can talk and we can move on. Also, guys, normalize like being able to talk about your life without people thinking like you're begging for drama or attention. Like, no, this is my fucking life. Like, you know, like literally my life. If I decide I want to talk about it, like if somebody else is involved, unfortunately, like it's my life, and you decided to add chaos or bring drama or bring some kind of discomfort to it, to where if I feel like I want to talk about it for my own mental health reasons, I will. This is my form of therapy.
Yeah.
I do think it's important to keep personal problems, personal issues. You know, I'm not talking about the in-depths of my family, or the in-depths of my relationships or my friends. Like, no. Yeah. But sometimes things happen and we talk about it, and that's what happens. But
just start off the new year with all the stuff in the past. Just like
this year is to just moving forward, progressing. It's to the 3 P's: peace, patience, and presence.
And traveling.
And traveling, and a lot of money, and healthy skin, and a big butt, and big biceps. BBL, maybe, everything like that.
Please.
But yeah, that is. Should we just end the podcast there?
Yeah, bitch, because
we've talked a lot, guys. This was a good podcast for you
Yeah.
guys to kind of catch up with us.
Yeah, I feel like we let everything on the table,
We really did.
but it's cute though.
I'm kind of scared. We talked about a lot.
I'm like, we got this far.
I feel like I talked about a lot.
No, bitch, I talked about a lot too.
Yeah. Oh, we did.
Oh, wow, let's go.
Guys, also like the whole digital footprint narrative, like I understand, but we live one life. This fucking rock is small fucking enough. The world used to be big when there was no social media because it was impossible to reach everybody, but now you can reach every single person on your phone. So that's how I like to literally feel about it. Like, you know, let's live our best lives. Let's have fun. We're young. We're never gonna be able to have these experiences again. Like, you know, like go to WeHo, get that drink, waste those $20. Don't invest in your future. Drop out of college, become an influencer. Like, I don't fucking know.
Don't make money.
Like, literally, no.
Homeless. I'm like,
but thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys, everyone. If you guys got this far, I don't know, comment like a blue heart.
No one's gonna comment, bitch. It's so funny. But you know, we can say it. Comment a blue heart if you're made it this far to the podcast, because I feel like a lot of you guys like it. And I appreciate y'all. So. It is getting dark. So thank you guys for watching.
For real, Potter.
We'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Like, subscribe, comment, follow me on TikTok at you stop.